guys, what up? It's the kid, it's the kid, it's the kid, it's the kid, it's the kid. We're back in here for another interesting live show, man. I think this the show in which I may say I give up. Either I give up or I'm gonna have to try and attack some people and so forth because things have happened and things have developed in the last few hours or so. And you see, and this is one of those times where I wish I wasn't born. I wish I was born like in 1995 afterwards, because then I would feel no guilt in having to change clubs. But because I'm old school, I tell you, old guys, tell you right, being old school is overrated. Being old school is fully overrated. Because I'm old school, you can't change clubs. You must remain loyal to club. Man, F that crap, man. It's nonsense, man. Like, you should feel free to change your club, man. So let's tell you what's going to be in the show. We're going to talk about, well, I can't call him Luke Skywalker anymore. His name is now Romelu. So we're going to talk about Romelu Jeremiah and his return to Inter Milan and how much of an L Chelsea took. Sadio Mane is in Bayern. He is in Germany, ready to complete his Bayern move. Bernardo Silva has agreed terms to join Barcelona because he thinks Pep is a prick. And we're also looking at Zidane has said no to PSG, so PSG going to get some dude called Galtier. And a rewind. 20 years ago today, Ronaldinho scored one of the most iconic goals against Queen Lizzie. We'll look and investigate that goal and why people thought that goal was a mistake. So, guys, as we do it as well, like the vid, subscribe if you're new. If there are any bomb-ass analysis you want to send in, apart from English Talents FC or Daddy Us or feel free to use the super chat function. We call them dubs up in here. It's dubs. Help us say what's up. So, shout out to your boy Ricardo. Shout out to your boy Smoke. And shout out to your boy Tricky Boy. Aloha, guys.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Oh, good man. We're eating good. You know, our club is eating good.
I have support. Actually, let me. That's better. Eric, I'm gonna need you for this, man. Eric, Eric, are you good? Is everything good, Eric?
Yes, everything's okay. Everything's all right. Look, I'm happy, man. I can't lie, I'm happy.
Oh, you're happy. Okay, I want to explain the happiness, man. All right. Okay. So look, let's get in with this whole thing right now, man. So, before we do this, guys, I think huge thing, guys. Guess who joined TikTok? Cristiano Ronaldo is on TikTok, guys. What do you think of Cristiano being on TikTok? You know, I'm actually going to follow him after I'm done with this. I'm going to follow him. What do you think of him being on TikTok?
Funny enough, I was actually going to guess Ronaldo. Honestly, when you asked that, I was going to say Ronaldo.
Look, who else? Neymar is already on TikTok. Messi.
Did you see the video though?
Yeah, so the video look like, you know, he was. I mean, like his son was really hitting the strides, but basically, you can see that the guy, he's like, look, his guy. I wish he showed as much rhythm on the pitch, but it is what it is. I wish he showed that much rhythm on the pitch, but it is what it is, man.
I'm just shocked it took him this long to be on it. I thought he's been on it for the longest time.
That's my. But you know what it is? I think he's basically starting to build life after football right now. Like Cristiano is going to have an image after football, and it begins with him being on TikTok. So,
but his football career already ended the moment he joined United.
Done.
I'm sure it was all part of the plan.
Don, look, wait. How many goals? Didn't he get like 18 goals last season?
Norwich tax.
Oh, no.
Tottenham tax.
All right, guys, let's get in on this, man. So, Eric, don't hide, Eric. Eric, don't hide, Eric.
I'm not hiding. I'm still here.
Yeah, Eric, don't hide.
He's hiding just like Tugby.
Easy, chill.
He's going back to Inter Milan. 8 million euros is the loan fee that Inter Milan paid. So this is obviously far away from the 65 million that Chelsea obviously spends on Lukaku from Inter Milan. But we're not really looking at numbers or those differences and so forth. But here's my thing.
Wait a minute. No, guys, we're not going to allow this guy to slide it. He said 65 million. Did you?
Okay, look, all right. Okay, so it's far away from the centurion that was paid for Lukaku and so forth. So, Eric, okay. Before I come to you, Eric, here's my thing. It was a failure. But someone said something briefly. They said, okay, look, if you're going to get Sterling, if you're going to get the Us, it makes sense to keep Lukaku here because his striker already here. I felt that Tuchel and Lukaku, they're so far apart. There's no point even looking at like a life with. Oh, what about him? You bring in the Oos. The Oos can supply for him. They are totally different wavelengths right now, and I think Lukaku, by 2/3 into the season, like a third left into the season, he'd already mentally checked out already. So once a guy is mentally checked out, it is what it is, and he kept going back to Inter. Even before this move was made, Eric, I said this dude shouldn't leave Inter Milan. You have a good thing here. Do not overrate yourself. And I smelt it, Eric, that this doesn't smell like a good freaking move. It did not smell like a good freaking move. It did. It was a disaster. It was unfortunate. But Eric, you said something that, well, you said something before we went in here that, so what the hell? You said you were happy. Explain your happiness of having wasted 82 million on Lukaku. And when you say 82 million on, look, there's a tax. I have to remove the transfer tax. Wasting 82 million on Lukaku and Inter getting him back 8 million euros fees. And Eric, I don't see a striker coming in. So how is this? How is this happy? Talk to me.
Okay, so when I said I was happy, I wasn't thinking about the guy you have on your screen there.
Oh,
I'm not happy about the whole situation at all, you know. Not happy with him, obviously. Not happy with that, we just wasted our time, you know. The money that was wasted wasn't as bad as it could have been, if we're keeping it real, because it's not as if we paid the whole amount of money, in one go. If we paid like all of the money for, in one go, that would be a huge disaster. It's still bad. It's still, up there with one of the worst signings in history, Premier League history for sure. Maybe, English First Division history, who knows? But it is what it is. I don't even want to talk about him personally or, all the best for the future or whatever. I don't care. Honestly, I don't care.
But I, just from a footballing point of view, because obviously we have to discuss Chelsea. We can't ignore Chelsea. But let's just look at Inter and Lukaku. Some guys said, "Oh, Inter shouldn't take him back. You rejected us. We wanted to keep Zidane to help us. You thought you were better than us. Now you now come running back with your tail between your legs. Do you think Inter should have taken him back, or are Inter not even in a position to reject Lukaku because of their geriatric striker in a Dzeko?"
Yeah, so it's interesting because I remember when we were doing the predictions for the Serie, and I remember even before the season ended, we were talking about Inter and Milan and saying who's going to win the title. And it got to a point where I just thought, you know what, Milan are going to win it because at this stage, there's not a lot of games left, and when the team that is in front usually get over the line when you're so close to the end, that's just most of the time that's what happens. So if Inter actually won the title instead, this move may not have gone through, or it might have been more unlikely. But because it did,
True. Very
it's
good
almost
point.
as
Yes,
if,
yes.
yeah, it's almost as if, you actually need me.
Yeah.
You won the title when I was there. I was a huge factor in that, and I've gone, and you couldn't do it without. You did, you tried, you did well, you got close, but it wasn't enough. You didn't win it. So I feel as if that was something that you can really use to say, you know what, okay, the fans might not be happy with it, in favor with it, but they would, reluctantly accept it, because if you can win us a title again, why not? Let's go with it, even though we don't like you. So I think that was a huge reason why this, worked out.
But before I come to the enemies on this panel, what's going on with Chelsea, Eric, man? Because Eric, I got to put Todd Bowley on the review because I'm
Yeah, I saw your tweet. I saw it. Yeah. Look,
Eric,
easy.
no, hold, Eric, no. If you about a week ago or so forth, you promised me that bare minimum we get the jewel and the oos in a Chelsea jersey next season. Are you still going to maintain that promise that you made to me?
Okay, so I said Kunde 100%. I think it's 100%.
Okay.
Between Kunde and Koulibaly, I said we would either get Kunde and Koulibaly or Kunde and Dembele. So I'm going to stick with that. Hopefully that's the case. But even if we get both of them, that's not enough. Obviously, we have a lot of work to do. But the reason why I said I'm happy, and even with the whole Lukaku thing, I can say that I'm happy that at least it's done. We don't have to think about it anymore. At least, hopefully. I don't know if there's an obligation to buy. I haven't really read up on it.
No.
But
There's no obligation to buy.
okay, let's just assume there's an obligation to buy because I'm pretty sure Inter wants him back. So hopefully we can get rid of okay. Hopefully we can move him on. That's a nice way to put it. We move him on, and that's a positive sign. It's not a signing, but it's a sign that things are actually going on behind the scenes. What really makes me happy though is the whole Marina thing and Bruce Buck. That's huge for me. That's a big. I can't lie. I was very happy to hear that.
No, but Eric, so I'm putting you on record right now. You promised me that we will get signings next season. That's for sure, 100%.
If we don't sign players, then
no, Eric. There's no if. You just mean that's 100%. We're gonna get signings next season.
100%. Like that's not an option. Like we have to get signings. We have to. And Todd Bowley wants to start with a bang, and he will.
There's no we have to because Eric, I've been really stuff about FFP and how difficult it is to go through stuff. But all I want to know, because Eric, I cannot go into a new season with Mount, Werner, Havertz, and that's the front line. Eric, I can't work with that. So Eric, I have your promise on record that we're going to have major signings next season.
Funny you mentioned that. I don't think we're going to get a striker, but we'll just put that to the side. Maybe we'll get in Bruja. But that might not be a bad thing, to be honest. That might not be a bad thing, but we will get signings 100%. I guarantee. I 100% clip it up, receipts 100% guaranteed. We will make signings 100%. I'm not worried about that.
No, Eric, you're not going to go past what you just said.
No.
Yes. Before I come to Patrick and so forth, Lukaku is gone. Yes, crap and everything, but that's a striker gone. We're not going to get a striker.
I don't know, but don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if we don't really go for it.
So who's going to get the goals? Mount and Havertz?
You might be surprised who we get. We might sign somebody for that position, but you might be surprised who we get. But we're not going to get a striker, a striker, if you know what I mean. We'll see what happens, but we will make signings 100%. And I'm happy because things are actually going on behind the scenes. Marina is going to get moved on. Bruce Buck is going to get moved on. I'm surprised how soon it will be. I thought it take some time before it happens, but it looks like Todd Bowley is trying to do some work quickly. So they're gone. That's a positive sign. Nobody can convince me it's not. Things will change with the transfer windows from now on. Okay. It's just a fact. So it's good to see.
Patrick, talk to me. Lukaku back to Inter Milan.
Yeah, first of all, before I go to Lukaku, I just want to say, Broja, the guy you're talking about, guys in the comments, and the one has been name dropped. Last time I checked, I think West Ham are closing a deal on him. If I'm wrong, I saw it this afternoon. So I think he's going to West Ham. So
he might, but yeah, it's still our decision to make.
Yeah. So another thing, before I go to Lukaku, all I want to say is Pato, Morata, Higuain. Guys, it's not looking great for Chelsea. It's a graveyard. At this point in time, maybe Eric is right. Get a false nine, maybe get somebody who's a winger to just be being a cutting forward. Because Pato came there. You guys booed him out. You say go away. You're not good. Morata came there for a big fee. I think it was 90 million. Guy was gone. Higuain came there. Obviously, he was a bit finished, but again, he was gone. That other guy, Costa, tried his best. He did well for you guys. Won you a trophy. He's gone. When is Chelsea going to stop killing these big strikers? Or maybe you guys should move away from these big strikers. Try get somebody who's a bit maybe mobile and a bit flexible.
Or Patrick, or maybe those strikers are not big enough for Chelsea.
No,
they fall under the lights and the pressure of Stamford Bridge.
Oh, Torres. Somebody just not drop Torres. I think it's about time you guys leave these strikers alone. You guys are killing strikers. But anyway, let's talk about this guy Lukaku. This guy is shameless. This guy has no shame.
I don't even no shame, man.
This guy is
Patrick. He made a mistake.
Nah. This guy is shameless. The first time he's seen difficulty, he's running back to somewhere he's comfortable. This one guy once told me that, guys, and he's a United fan, so I thought he was salty. I was like, man, Lukaku is back. Golden boot. This guy is going to do well. The guy was like, nah, man. I know this brother. This brother will ghost in big games. This brother will start giving trouble once things are hard for him. But look at him now. He's running away back to Inter. I'm more embarrassed for Inter because they are accepting this guy back. If I was Inter, I'd be like, nah, brother, you're not coming here. You can stay where you're staying. But what hurts the most, I don't know who's doing business. I don't know if it's your new owner. Why would he accept this deal? This deal is an insult. You guys spent about 100 million euros. 97.5 million pounds on this Lukaku guy. And the only time now you're letting him go for 8 million on loan. And I hope, I pray to God you guys are not paying his son. Are you going to be paying his payment?
Oh no, I think no. Inter are paying. Hell no, are you crazy? Inter are paying every damn penny, man. Hell no.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
They are
sure
paying every
Inter.
damn penny.
He's taking reduced wages, so he's
Yes, basically, yeah. So salary reduced from 12 million euros net to 8 million euros net this season.
And I hear there's no option to buy at all.
No option to buy. No option to buy.
So if this bum fails in Italy, they're sending him back to you.
So it's not an obligation, but they will be able to negotiate a sale after the loan.
Yeah, so if he fails, they're sending him back to you.
Not
He
necessarily.
won't fail. He won't fail.
Wait, Patrick, why are you so pessimistic about this whole thing? He works well at Serie. All of you guys insult and abuse Serie. It is his pace and so forth. So of course he's going to go there to. He's going to go back to daddy, go back to what he knows, and he's going to do well. So why all the hate?
I don't know, man. I just feel like if I was Lukaku, like at the age he is and the way he keeps talking. The thing about Lukaku, he talks too much. He said in a few interviews that he wants to put himself in the names with the best strikers out there. That when they're talking about the
It was for content, man. It's for content.
Look, for the narrative, I'll pretend as if I didn't hear whatever he said before. I'll go where he said, Benzema, Lewandowski, you should be putting me in this sort of category. But this guy is not that. Like, I'm sorry, Eric. I know some Chelsea fans love Lukaku, but if he leaves and now he's going to Inter, I want to rate this guy anymore, even if he scores 50 at Inter. Because the thing is, when things become difficult, he runs away.
He's fine. Look, I don't care. Honestly, I don't care.
But Patrick, here's the thing though. We're missing the genesis of this whole thing. He should have never left. So even before we get to you're running back and so forth, you should have never even left to begin with, because Inter Milan, Serie and so forth, that was a good environment for you and everything was cool for you. Like Lukaku, he just bigged himself up a bit too much. Which is why I say this is a testament of know your limits.
But it was a dream for him. This is Chelsea's always be his home. So you guys saw him in a dream.
He was trying to prove something. He was trying to prove something. It wasn't a dream. He was trying to prove something. Because it was like,
can I just say something? Or can I just ask something? So that picture of him I saw and posted where he's doing this in the Inter, putting his finger in his mouth in the Inter jersey. Is that a new picture?
You see, Patrick, here's the thing. Fabrizio posted that image. I've now been to Fabrizio's thing and that image no longer exists. So I don't know where that image is from. Because first of all,
I have the image if you want it. So
actually, wait, can you DM me the image?
I'll DM you. We have to see this image again.
Yeah, because it's
a grown up doesn't do. A serious man doesn't do that. That's not a serious man.
Look for Lukaku, man. Look, like I said again, he's a fellow black man. He's a fellow African. I wish him well. I wish him well. So no harm.
I was going to ask you a question there, but I won't say anything.
Eric, ask it right now.
No, it's fine.
No,
it's
Eric,
fine.
no. You put it the kind of words. Eric, what's the question you want to ask? Ask it. What?
Do we have to claim this guy?
Ricardo.
You mean as Africans?
Ricardo.
Yes.
Thoughts on this whole Lukaku thing, man? Talk to me.
You know what? Yesterday, about Lukaku, but same thing about yesterday. I watched back the members hang out, and if you haven't joined, then you gotta join. It's funny. But I'm happy I wasn't part of it because there was one particular topic that I didn't want to join in. I was the worst takes one, right?
Yeah.
And I'm glad that Gatluck hasn't caught me hasn't caught me slipping, because I'll admit last year I said on record that Romelu Lukaku was going to be the Premier League top scorer. I'll admit. I'll pay for my crabs. You can drop the brick. You can do whatever. Send me to Siberia if I have to.
No. Okay. That may be bad, but I think he got like 18 goals. Wait, how did no? So he got 8 goals. I think Messi dropped 6 in Uber Eats.
Yeah.
And someone said 70. So yeah.
No, but I mean, like Lukaku's like what 20 what
29 or something, 28 or
so
something.
This is his prime. I don't want to hear it. Now a lot of people say that why would he leave Inter Milan? Blah blah blah. I believe it wasn't even his choice. I believe Inter Milan had to sell because of their financial problems, and Lukaku was their most valuable piece, so that's why he had to leave. We can see it again with this coming season. I think they're like looking at shipping off either Bastoni or Skriniar, which is why I think they were trying to sell Lautaro, but Lautaro just did not want to leave, so they opted out for one of their center backs. So I think that was the same situation with Lukaku. He was kind of the guy who had to go. But with Lukaku, man, I remember last year when they were hyping it up. They were saying he left as a boy and he was coming back as a man.
Record, I didn't buy that crap. I didn't buy that nonsense.
From what we're seeing, he's leaving as a boy again.
Oh, by the way, I sent the picture, so let's see.
I saw it.
But no, like, look, my club was in the mud for the past like half a decade. We saw Coutinho, we saw Griezmann, we saw Dembele. Now those were horrendous signings, right? But at the very least, we had some sort of return on investment, at the very minimal. All right, but this guy. There was no, first of all, it wasn't even an investment. There was no return on it. You guys got scammed. You guys paid like what? I'm hearing 115
euros, yeah.
And then you sold them back on loan for 8 million. So it's like you guys got scammed, like crazy level of scam. Like, this has to be the biggest transfer flop I can remember. Like
Ricardo, no, you're not going to do that. How much was Coutinho?
Yeah, it was 140, but at least I'm pretty sure in Coutinho's time he has scored more goals probably in one season than
Lukaku scored a winning goal in the UCL group stage. I think Lukaku scored a winning goal in the UCL group stage game, so that's something, man. That's something. Look, Ricardo. Yes, it's an L, but Ricardo, look, we move. Ricardo, we move.
Okay.
We move. It is what like sometimes in life you just have to take some losses. You can't do them. You just have to take some losses. Just accept it.
But it's like I don't like. There's not really much to say. It was just a massive embarrassment on his part. But like I can say, he's going back to Inter Milan. He's gonna be linking up back with Lautaro and possibly Dybala. Like that's kind of like a pretty interesting front.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Dybala. Now, in Chelsea's transfer policy, I did see the Marino one that she got the boot. Hashtag me too. Well, hopefully she gets compensated somehow.
Yes.
But I see that you might get the Oos. Maybe, I don't know. That's what I've been hearing. You might get Sterling. But you know what the best part about this is that you're not gonna have a striker. So who's gonna score the goals? Not that Lukaku is scoring anyways. You're gonna get 2 wingers who don't even know how to score goals. So I
respect the dream, man. Respect Raheem the dream.
No, really. Raheem Sterling has as much finishing ability as pretty much Vinicius before this last season. Like he was just a square merchant. He was just scoring the ball.
But Ricardo, remember, there's still a long way to go. I feel that Chelsea could pull a surprise up their sleeve that nobody really knows about. You see, what's the saying? Hate now, cry later. Hate now, cry later. You have to trust me. Okay, so before I come to Boys Small, let me just take some before I come to Boys Small. So, English Talents FC says, Lelta, Marseille, PSG, 8-0 rivalry, Zizou coming, clown. Obviously, we're going to get there because Zidane basically said no to PSG. Alps, shout out to your boy Alps. Tier 1 source, City's new right winger will break the internet. Your right
the
winger?
internet is already broken, so it means nothing.
Wait, what the? Wait, who that is even referring to? Mikey, thank you for the dub, Mikey. Lukaku will have accumulated 333 million euros in transfer fees. No other player in the history of the game has cost more. Dybala, Lazaro, and Lukaku next season. No, see, that's my thing. If Inter secure Dybala, they're looking at inside looking at it. And look, I think somebody even mentioned it on the streets. Lukaku, he got the bag, he got the money. Is what it is, and boom, like what's the guy was on like upwards of 200,000 a week. And look, as I said, you could call it shameless and so forth. We all make mistakes in life. Now, if he had told me before, I said, Romelu, don't make this mistake, but we all make like mistakes and you have to move from it. LC, who supports Barcelona. HH, team, I never said this. So Casey, this is a lie. I never said that. So I'm not going to read that. That's just a lie. I never said that. Talents FC reported the Dino vid as offensive. # fluke. # Germany71. Basically, we're going to get to the whole Dino thing. It's a anniversary of Dino saying what's up to Seaman in the Auto World Cup, man. Brits Fair, Uruguay has more World Cups than England. # wife's up. God. No, this is true, but those are back in the freaking 30s as well. LC, Tim's Pogba, Syria are getting young prodigy. Look, man, Casey, man, you have to respect the Serie, man. Don't do that. Alps, Eric looks like he's about to cry. Ease up. Eric, are you about to cry?
Yeah, I'm about to cry. Yeah, I'm very sad.
Eric, if we pull up with Gallagher and Mount, we both have to cry live on air, bro. So remember, I'm holding you to those promises, my dear friend. Your boy Mikey, we need Inter Chelsea UCL matchup. What if Chelsea face Inter in a knockout run and Lukaku knocks out Chelsea? Do you know how disgusting that would be? That would generally be disgusting.
Can you terminate the loan if that happens?
What are the chances of that? It's like almost zero.
No, UEFA comes up with these weird matchups. Trust me.
Yeah, purposely.
Your word Josh says, HH sounding like Trump, and Inter will pay for it. No. Inter are paying every damn penny. Like, build the wall. They have they're paying for it. Every damn penny. They're paying for it. Those losers. Abrits Fair, thank you for the dub. Chelsea are signing my uncle from Liga MX, who has 2 goals in 700 appearances, both own goals. Inter should have moved on. Hopefully, PSG stay away from Skriniar. Wait, Eric, do you know anything about this? Who is this that was signing from Liga MX?
I haven't got a clue. I don't know what he's talking
Wait,
about.
what the hell are you? I thought they smoke. Look, relax. The ball is making moves, man. Relax, chill, man. Smoke, talk to me, Lukaku.
HH, before I even speak on Lukaku, I'll ask you a question, right? Do you think that when it comes to transfers, right, Eric is the Chelsea equivalent of Madrid zone?
Relax. I never claimed to be anything. Okay, just chill.
Smoke. Now, my response to that question will depend on what Chelsea look like come kickoff next season. so basically, my answer is pending. Sorry, Eric, I'm holding your feet to the fire. If we pull up with no major signings, I'm not going to call him Eric Madrid zone. But if we pull up with the proper signings and so forth, it's still Eric B. So his name is pendant on what we pull up with. Because Eric, you made a promise to me. You made a pinky promise. So
you'll have to put Todd Bean
regarding Lukaku. I believe that Inter conspired against Chelsea with a question of, because they needed money, right? How can we sell Lukaku without selling him? Right. It's like money, you know these money washing schemes where you open a laundromat. It was similar to that, whereby we need money, but we need Lukaku back here in half a season, or at least 1 season full. So what can we do? Like, oh, there's a club in England. They like African stars. Right. And they love a love story. Right. So we can use this guy, sell him there. We know he's gonna flop because he's flopped there before. But we'll get a lot of money before, which will allow us to solve our financial problems. Then we get him back.
Don't.
Right.
Like
that's the only way I can explain that Lukaku transfer.
That's disgusting. That's a disgusting way to think. So you're
there
saying
is
that
no
Inter
other...
finessed. Okay, Don, let me ask you this. Was Lukaku in on this scheme? Oh, this is just Inter Milan.
Maybe later on he understood when he came back to the PL that no, he was being used as a pawn. So, hence he made peace 4 months afterwards. He's like, yeah, you know what, nah. He's like, nah. I know how the story goes.
Don't smoke. Do you know that this guy Lukaku? By the way, I just looked at the Chelsea payment. He was being paid £325 a week.
So similar to De Bruyne.
Yeah, he was the highest paid player at Chelsea. This guy, Lukaku.
Wow.
Look, we're making progress. HH, forget this guy that hates us.
No,
Wait.
Eric, let
No,
them
no,
just
no.
talk. Let them
HH,
just talk. I'm
and you wonder
ignoring all that trash.
why
I'm
Mane
ignoring
left.
the trash.
You wonder why Mane left. Like, Mane has every reason to go to the Liverpool hierarchy. It's like, down south, there's this bum called Lukaku. He's on 3 times my wages. Doesn't even give 10% of my performances. Right. Hence Salah as well.
Doesn't have a first touch.
Okay, so
And
that
West
makes
Ham's on
complete
the
sense.
pitch. It's like,
Okay. So he goes to Bayern, who have higher wages than Liverpool, right? Is that how that works?
no, you're missing the point, Eric. We this is the Lukaku narrative. Sadio Mane is just part of the example. He's not the actual story. That's a different story.
Nice try.
We're
Nice
talking
try.
about how Chelsea got finesse. I'm sure that's why Marina is getting fired. Just that
Look, Marina needs to
Fabrizio
go.
can't put that.
She needs to
Fabrizio
leave.
can't say that.
No, but
You can't put the reason.
no, here's the thing, and this just may be a general question: who was responsible for Lulu? My opinion is that Tuchel never wanted Lukaku. And I'm holding to that. He never wanted him. Lukaku was forced upon him. By who? Because that is the key golden question. Who forced Lukaku onto Tuchel when it was over that Tuchel obviously did not want him because it did not fit his system? That is the key thing that we need to know.
Well,
Okay, so HH, look, let's not. You're right. For the most part, you're right. But Tuchel didn't say no to Lukaku. Let's keep it real. Lukaku might have been his fourth choice, but
Eric, there's a difference of saying, I'm not saying of like, okay, no, I don't want it, and all right, we might as well.
But HH, to Eric's point, a perfect example is Kane last season. We couldn't get Kane.
Yeah,
Pep is like, Kane or nothing. It's like, you can't get us Kane, it's fine. We'll wait until something suitable to what we're trying to achieve comes along.
Exactly.
could it have been Roman's last request?
Look,
look, I heard some things. I'm not gonna mention anything, but I heard some things. But let's just move on.
No, Eric, what things?
No, it's fine. It's okay.
Okay, is this okay? If it's to do with Ukraine, then okay, then no.
No, it's not that.
It's to do with Bram.
Yeah. So if a family member may have wanted Lukaku at the club. Let's move on. It's okay.
This is turning into a conspiracy show.
So
this is not football anymore.
So hold on, so Eric. So you're telling me that when Abramovich was watching either Teletubbies or Power Rangers, he turned to his son or daughter and just say, "Who should we buy?" And his son and daughter say, "Daddy,
the black guy,
Lukaku."
The black guy.
So I mean, it's because you see, Eric, it's like, see, this is the thing that just boggles me about this club: is where is the direction? Where
exactly.
is the
Don't
proper
worry.
player acquisition?
Your boy Todd B will bring that direction. Don't worry.
Eric, you believe in him, so you believe that he's gonna get to the targets. Like, he's not just using this as like a money washing exercise.
No. Look, you don't spend that amount of money on Chelsea to then, I don't know, waste your time and end up running the club into the ground. It doesn't work like that. So Todd Bowley has wanted to buy Chelsea for a while. He's been interested in this club. So this is not just the first time.
But just wait, Eric, sorry, because I forgot. Maybe you can remember because my memory is bad. Like there was a game some years ago. I can't remember where it was. I think it was between Chelsea and Man City UCL final. What was the score in that game? Chelsea and Man City UCL final.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't that long ago. I think it ended up in a
Nah, we don't
1-0
remember.
victory.
No, wait. Can Eric? I was speaking to Eric. I was speaking to Eric. So
What
Eric, what was the
like?
score in that game?
Yeah, I think it was a 1-0 win. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Kai Havertz
Nah.
scored a goal
So because you
yeah.
see, Eric, did you know what I find weird is that these guys they don't speak fluent CL. They still don't speak fluent CL. So I look
No.
at Vase, so I look at Don, I look at Patrick. You know how they crack these jokes? Eric, shh, they still haven't won a CL. Even Ricardo, who looks like he's a freaking half asleep, he knows how to pick. Obviously, he's not spoken CL in about what 9 years, but even he knows how to pick CL. But Eric, no, smoke, shish. Eric, I find it really strange and odd that guys who support a club who have only been to one UCL final think they can mock this jersey. They think they can mock this jersey.
Eric, I haven't mocked you guys.
Wasn't the prize money of the CL wiped out by the loss of Lukaku?
Veta, don't feel sorry for these guys. Don't don't let me open. Ross Barkley, drink water. Bakayoko. Let me not open this file.
What was that?
I just want to say, HH and Eric.
Let's not open this file.
No, I'm actually I had to join. I had to join and be with you guys because, and I don't take this lightly, but
okay.
With difficult moments, you need to have your friends around you. And what's happening right now is very difficult. I want to make sure that you do know that this is a safe space. If you need to lean on us, if you need to express.
Can you please express why this is a difficult moment? You see, now here's the thing. This could potentially, see, you're missing one keyword. See, I'm a grammar merchant. You're missing a keyword. Potentially. This could potentially be a difficult moment, but as of right now, the transfer window hasn't ended. Now, so I agree. If the transfer window ends and all we have is Mons and Gallagher, maybe Kunde, I might self-harm, of course. But we've not reached there yet. There's still a lot of time in the transfer window. And Eric, who I trust with my life, has given me his word on his mother's life that we're going to sign at least 3 top players.
This is when you have a flat tire. It's like that moment, or when you're broken down at the side of the road. It's not the end of the world. It's difficult. It's difficult. It shouldn't be a panic. It shouldn't be a panic. You know you're going to get it fixed. And that's why you need to have friends like us, like Smoke, like Patrick here for you guys and to help you through it. I want to make sure.
Yeah.
And Ricardo, I want to make sure that you guys are okay. Because
Ricardo isn't a friend. He isn't a friend.
He's not a friend? Okay, okay. But I want to make sure that you guys get through this difficult time. It is a difficult time. It's not over. But Lukaku coming, going. This is the worst. This is the worst transfer in EPL history.
You're completely right. He's right. Look, I am.
Back to your club. Do you guys do
He's not coming
another
back. He's not coming back.
video, or it just goes?
Let me respond.
Eric, what's the reason?
Yeah, Lukaku isn't coming back, but I'm so depressed. You know, you're right. You're right. You're completely right. I think I'm going to console myself with that CL trophy, that very shiny CL.
No. You guys didn't miss what this guy just said.
Yeah.
John Smoke just asked you guys if you guys, when you resign Lukaku and send him and sign him back again, do you use the same video or do you just recycle the same video or you have to any of it?
Eric, don't worry. Eric, what were you saying before you really interrupted?
Yeah, so like I was saying, I think I'll be fine. You know, once I look at that CL a few times, I should feel better. Yeah.
Eric, but the funny is that, Eric, how could we feel offended when we have guys that have zero UCL heritage come for us? Like that's what I find so weird is that, you know, it's funny. You know, it's like on the playground. It's always the weakest kid who is fully thin that thinks he's got the biggest mouth to talk. It's so weird. Now, but before we go into the next topic, so Yasser said, Lukaku returning back to Inter. How bad is this for Chelsea? And do you think that Chelsea should view this as disastrous, as it seems? Or is it just, it is what it is? Are people just sort of exaggerating how bad this is for Chelsea?
Imagine if after Liverpool sold Coutinho for that much amount of money, imagine if Liverpool got Coutinho back to the following season for on loan for 8 mil. HH is not only is this a disaster, this is embarrassing. Like, this is shameful.
Embarrassing. Yes.
This is embarrassing.
Yes,
As a football club, it's embarrassing.
Why are you so extra? You're always so extra.
It is HH, because one thing I'll give Marina credit. As much as I've heard a lot of slander about Marina. Marina always profited. I remember she got I think you guys signed 15 mil for Morata. You guys ended up selling him. Did you guys profit off from Morata? If I'm not quite sure.
Yeah.
So you guys
You guys have a history of doing this. I forgot about Morata.
There was no profit. There was no profit.
But Marina, one thing I'll give credit to her as a businesswoman, she knows what she's doing. This is not Marina's decision. If this was Marina, she would never allow this to happen. As a business, this is seismic. This is beyond comprehension.
Hashtag me too.
As a football team, multi-billion-dollar industry, as a multi-billion-dollar club, this is ludicrous. Not only that, you have them. Not only that, Inter Milan. Not only Inter Milan couldn't pay a fee for him. They couldn't pay a fee for him. They couldn't even pay 10 million for him. Not only that, he has to reduce his salary because they couldn't pay his salary. They didn't have the money. At this point, Inter Milan said, we cannot afford it. Chelsea said, take him.
That's
what Chelsea said.
Look, my thing is, Eric, as I said again, Eric, ignore all these guys. They're just talking
No. HH. Okay, I'm going to say this one last thing. I'm going to say this about this. It's one thing if you want the player out. It's another thing to make a business decision. At the end of the day, you're trying to spend money to invest in this club.
What else? What else was he supposed? If the manager wants him out, and the manager says, "I'm not,"
but so okay. Hold on. Wait a minute. Even Pep Guardiola, even Patrick is here. Even Pep Guardiola sometimes says something that the club says no, it's not feasible, and they will explain to him that it's not possible. If it doesn't matter if Tuchel wants this guy to be out, it doesn't make logical sense.
Yes,
it simply doesn't.
No, hold on. Yes, now you don't know how deep this is. We don't know what is happening behind the scenes, or if Tuchel says no, for the vibe of my team and so forth. We don't know whether there might have been an argument, animosity. We don't know. If Tuchel the fact that this deal has had to come through and this deal has been made, Tuchel maybe. There must have been something where Tuchel says, no. It's just, I know we're going to take a loss on this. I just need him gone. And in life, these things happen. You're going to make losses. But it's about, okay, it is what it is. Put that behind you now, move forward. You ask, what's the point of just saying, we lost so much money, it's so bad. It's happened. It is what it is.
It's not about that. It's not about that. It's always about the image of the club. Always. It's always about the
How does it harm the image?
The past is the past. You talk about Manchester divided about the past. Now you're going backward. We're talking about today.
Don't you dare put Chelsea in your Bombers club. Yes, don't you dare put Chelsea with your Bombers club.
Have you noticed something?
Don't you dare do that crap.
Have you noticed something? Ever since your club has lost its old status, you are moving funny.
Yeah.
But what status? I don't think it's ever happened.
You guys are so funny, honestly.
Eric, this is
can I just address that here? I don't have a clue what you're talking about. I can't.
Me neither.
Honestly, I don't know.
He's spitting facts. The thing is, when somebody is spitting facts and it's against you, you can't hear it.
No.
You know?
I understand. Financial loss.
It's against his sources.
Okay, Eric, let me ask you something. You're sending Ziyech on loan again for a loss for 5 million or something, for less money again. Why are you doing this? You just bought him recently. Ziyech. You're sending him out on loan.
Well, we don't know if he's going out on loan yet, but he might go out on loan.
And can I ask you, who's doing these negotiations? Yeah. Who's doing it?
RB.
What's crazy though, right? Patrick, what's so crazy, right? Rudiger wanted to stay. I think I'm frozen. Yeah, Rudiger wanted to stay, and Chelsea couldn't offer the contract he was looking for. Now you guys are allowing Lukaku to go for 8 mil.
Okay, tell me how Marina did with that one. Since you have a lot of
Wait.
you have a lot
Let's
of
take, no. We
players.
have to move. Let me take some dubs. Shout out to your boy Mo. The league is shook. Tielemans, Jesus, and Martinez. I see you shivering. I think this is the same guy who said Arsenal would treble season loading, and the UCL is a death. So worry about Arteta before you come up with this crap. Low. Ganzo. New reports saying that CR7 squad refreshed with new signings and exits and could leave if it's inadequate. Rashford at striker incoming next season. We are finished. Look, man. Yes, it's Said. Your club is trash.
My club hasn't won the Champions League recently as Chelsea. My club didn't buy Lukaku for 100 million, expected to win a title. My club is finished, but at the end of the day, Chelsea should never be in this situation. Man.
Alps. Rafael Leao is trash. Next flop in the making. Oh, come on, man.
Be nice. Be nice.
LC. I think that's his Toad B. Said with Newcastle, we will have tops. No. Casey, no, that's a lie. He never said that. That's a lie. Dajo RAF. Backward hasn't been on for some time now.
Because he knows the truth. He understands the situation.
Come out, hashtag HJ to Madrid, hashtag RJ to Madrid.
Bro, Danny T was talking about this on Twitter. He was speaking facts. Forward also, there's a reason why these Chelsea fans are not talking. Because they know this stuff is ridiculous. It's crazy.
David Onston,
Relax, chill.
Exclusive. Angela White joins CFC with big melons, ex-PSG. Okay, I'm not sure who the hell.
Who's that? HH, can you tell me who that blonde white girl super fan is?
I have no idea. And
you do know.
No.
She was a big fan of Rudiger.
Let's move. IFAC version 2. Oh wow! Breaking. Man United open talks with young midfielder. No one. Talks over fee reaching final stages. Personal terms done. One looks certain to be Eric Ten Hag's first signing. Look, I will laugh my face off if United, after twerking for Frankie de Jong all this time, don't end up getting him, man. United fans just realize in 2022, United they're irrelevant. In 2022, United are irrelevant. The only guys they're signing is a dude called No One. That's the thing. All right, guys, let's throw some shade at Liverpool, man. It's enough of this Chelsea crap. So I want to come first to your boy Cardo. So Cardo, when you see this image, what's the first thing that hits you?
I didn't know Ricardo looked like this, by the way. A little bit shocked.
Ricardo is a very Latino name. What else did you think he looked like?
Nah, man. Because I thought his profile picture was. Never mind.
That's Ousmane Dembele when he's young. Yes. I thought the same thing. Yes, I thought that was him. Yes.
I was like, hey.
So first thing that you see when you see this image,
El Dio.
I see somebody who has been. Actually, I'm not gonna say that. That's
don't say that. Save it for Monday.
No, that was borderline racist. Now I see somebody who's free. Somebody who doesn't have to live in the shadow of Mohamed Salah. Somebody who's getting his check. Somebody who's gonna feel appreciated. Somebody who's gonna have value. I think he looks good in red. Continues to look good in red. I think he made a great choice. He might get a free league title because.
Oh no, that's it. No, but it's about the UCL. It's about the UCL.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, if you want me to be honest,
did Liverpool make a mistake not bending down on both these to try and beg him to stay, or was it just unfeasible?
Well, was there any reports about how much he was asking for?
I heard it was something like 300, 400. I think
if it was 300-400. Then I can understand why they let him go, because if they're gonna give him 300-400, then that only leverages Mo Salah's position. Because we can say what we want, maybe Mo Salah isn't the clutchest player, or whatever, but he still gives you 40 goals, and you can't deny 40 goals. Yeah. And Mane, he's not even giving you half of that consistently, if we're being honest. So, if that's what he was asking, it was completely justified to let him go. The most important piece of that team is Jurgen Klopp. And then if you're gonna put who's the most important player, in my opinion, it's Mo Salah more so.
But here's the key thing: Fred has got everything. But what about your boy?
For Mane,
no. I mean your boy, the other boy.
Wait, you talking about Salah?
No, Evolution.
Oh no, de-evolution. Get
Yeah,
it
the
right.
evolution.
De-evolution. I mean, to be
Because he's
honest,
supposed to be replacing Mane. The
yeah.
evolution is supposed to be
He's
replacing
overrated.
Mane.
Okay, see, this is the thing. It's like when we say replace, are we replacing like for like, or we're replacing?
Not really like for like, but you okay? What is Charles gonna provide? Because Mane provided clutch. What is Charles providing Liverpool?
Well, you to assume he's gonna provide the same thing Salah. Like he's gonna be just the output, right? Now I don't think he'll probably score as much as Salah as long as Salah is there, but perhaps the way I see it, right? The way I see it is that Klopp is gonna go in with a new idea because he's never had a pure nine in that sense. Mane wasn't that. Like it was only this season where he got put into a center forward position. He was thriving because of the introduction of Luis Diaz, but I really don't see Liverpool. If I'm being honest, I'll say this right now, and I don't mean to disrespect any Liverpool fans, but
But
I don't.
about to disrespect them. But go on.
I don't see that.
Okay.
I don't see them winning anything because as
Factos.
much as Salah may give you 40 goals, which is good. Don't get me wrong. It's not even the clutch thing. It's just that if this is to work, it's going to take a year or two to get it together because we don't know what kind of player Darwin is going to be or how he may devolve into. But for Salah, like even if we were to go off that thought, how they're going to mesh together, he might not be here the following year. So you have to now you have another issue, a far bigger issue because you can't replace 40 goals, right? Now I'll be honest, like Mane, like he went to Bayern, maybe he's cashing in the last big contract he can because I'm hearing he's getting paid 250 a week, which is great money, obviously. But at Bayern he's gonna get free league titles. But I'll be honest, Lewandowski, I don't know if he's gonna stay, and even if he does stay, how mentally is he gonna be there?
No, but see, recording now. Here's the quick question for guys. You see it, because that's where I'm about. I'm sorry, Lewandowski, amazing, the goals, records, and everything. His biggest weakness is he's not really clutch.
Yeah.
Do you think Mane could provide for Bayern in the UCL what Lewandowski may have missed, especially in those key games? Well, come to me, I'm gonna say what's up.
Personally, no,
The
I don't
issue
think so.
depends.
Personally, I don't think so. Just because Mane, it's like you can't just. It's not one or the other. Like you can't. Like I know we like to say, well, Salah, he's the volume goal scorer, and then Mane comes up clutch in those big moments. But there's actually a mesh of things, of both things you need to be to reach that level, right? I don't see Mane as the guy who's going to give you 30 goals minimum. He'll probably give you somewhere 15 to 20, and especially this Bayern Munich team. Like we can all say, well, Lewandowski, he's a big game flop, whatever, but he gives you like 50, 60 goals a season. Like I don't care. He doesn't have to have a good game, but he'll score somehow, right? A lot of times when we say big game player is somebody who actually plays well in the big game, not necessarily just scores, because anybody can score.
Like Harry Kane.
Pretty much. Well, yeah, but it's like I don't see Mane taking Bayern Munich to the next level. I don't see him as a replacement for Lewandowski. I don't see him putting up the same numbers. I just think this is gonna be like kind of like a buffer zone for what Bayern can get next. And they got a quality player, but he's not gonna really be as good in 2-3 years time. And so it is what it is.
So basically, so you're saying that it's not that great a signing for Bayern then.
It's not that it's not. They have to make with what was available. And I think, like, if I were to say, like, the team of Bayern Munich, right, losing Lewandowski is a massive gap, and you're just trying to patch over with a Mane, but it doesn't cover everything.
Yeah,
you're trying to do as much as you can with what's available to at least maybe continue winning league titles. But for the Champions League, I personally don't think they're gonna maybe.
Ricardo, do they lose Lewandowski though? Like, why are people assuming they will?
Even if they don't lose Lewandowski, even though if they keep him, I don't think it's gonna work. He's not gonna
because if a guy has the worst thing Bayern could do is if they keep Lewandowski, because this guy has come out and said, "I don't want to be here." Blah blah blah. Homeboy is super young. I told you I'm older than the Bayern manager. He's super young, so you're not going to now thrust a superstar on a very, very young manager.
Yeah.
You're putting your young manager in a very bad situation. So Bayern has just put pride out of the way, just make that freaking damn.
Yeah, and like, look,
just see what it is.
everybody's saying that, well, Bayern Munich don't need the money, blah blah blah, which probably true because Bayern's a financially ran club. But at the end of the day, it's like if you lose them for free, you're acting like you can't use that 50 million now and whatever more to buy a new player. You should always just like Guardiola says, if a player doesn't want to be here, get the hell out. You're not more important than the club.
Bernardo Silva, yeah.
So in that case, it's kind of like, well, are Bayern kind of showing like, yo, we can't let Lewandowski go because he's way too important. It's almost like they're like, damn, we really can't do anything if this guy leaves, which is, I believe, is not a narrative.
No. I don't think it's an importance thing. I think it's a pride thing. Because I think Bayern are like, no, you will leave on our terms.
Yeah.
So you can just say, hey, I want to leave. I don't want to be here. Oh, okay, let's do it. No, it's like, oh, no. On our terms, the team we want, the price we want, and then go. We're not just going to just sell it for any price. No, because you don't tell us what to freaking do. So it's a pride thing. But look, I think I get it with you. Look, see, Mane in 2022, 2023 isn't Mane 2018, Mane 2019.
Yeah.
He had a great AFCON. He had a super AFCON. People say, oh, Mane out wide left is finished. Mane through the center is damn good. But still,
but he's inconsistent too, man. He's inconsistent.
It's like, is Mane gonna give you what Lewandowski gives you on a consistent basis?
Nah,
I'm not sure.
Don't think
No,
so.
but
No.
Be honest,
Yeah.
Bayern don't need a striker to win Bundesliga, right? So
True. Yes, they
we
don't.
even that cheaper Mutang guy could be the top scorer in the Bundesliga. I wouldn't be surprised. The thing is, to win a cup competition, you don't need volume, a huge volume of goals. You just need key goals in key moments.
Factors.
And Mane gives you that, right? I think Bayern's problem is not them getting Mane or replacing Lewandowski. It's their defense, the Champions League, whereby if they show up the defense, they have a better chance of winning. Not they can, because they can get outscored 4-2. 4-3, because they won't concede with that defense, and we saw it last season. At any moment when the ball passes Kimmich, that defensive line,
yes, it's messed up. Like
it's shaky.
Upamecano is trash. Upamecano is trash.
Exactly. So I don't think their problem is of course, if they had a much more clutch goal player, they could have passed Villarreal, but I don't think they would have passed Liverpool, because Liverpool would have outscored them.
But how did that happen, guys? How in the world did Upamecano turn into such trash, and then Liverpool all of a sudden got Konate, ended up being a better defender?
But Yasir,
did they put Juju on him? Like, what happened?
No. The thing is, if you play in a team that sits on a low block, you look like a better defender than you are, because most of the time you have midfielders, you have other players around you to protect you. Whereby if you play for a bigger team, there's more spaces. It's happened.
So it's basically like it's a different demand playing in defense of Bayern as opposed to playing in defense for Leipzig, and that's what you've obviously seen. Because obviously because that's the funny thing. When you looked at that, which shows you how smart Klopp was, because when you looked at Leipzig, the focus was, oh my gosh, Upamecano. Guys not really looking at Konate really, and Klopp just found him and so forth. So and that goes back to the whole Darwin thing. We call him Charles Darwin, blah, blah, blah. Maybe Klopp knows something that we don't know. So as much as we clown this guy for being a clown.
In debate. Those goals, I think it's similar. Haaland might also have that same struggle, whereby when you want to play for a bigger team, you have less spaces to operate in. Right. So due to that, you might not even have the same amount of chances which you had playing for Benfica or for Borussia. Because Borussia Dortmund, most of the time, they're counter-attacking. Whereby when you play for a bigger team, you're mostly breaking down low blocks. And that's Liverpool's biggest problem. Whereby when they play against a low block, they don't have someone who can open up that low block. And is Nunez a dribbler? I haven't seen him dribble.
Hell no.
So,
not after those takeovers. No, not after those takeovers.
So they go back to that same issue, that the only additional thing which is going to add to them is the aerial presence. But as for breaking down, they're still on the same issue. So regarding Mane, I feel it's a great move for him, because for someone who's done so much for the club,
so much,
as if he was undervalued.
Extremely.
Right. He was, because the thing is, the fact that it seemed as if they weren't even willing to renegotiate.
I cried.
You know what?
I cried.
We we can't give you 400, but what about 250 or 280 or
Did you
something
actually cry?
reasonable? It seems like
Did you actually
it's
Oh,
more like
man,
no,
El
but
Deal.
Salah.
No. But I think for me, look,
It's just sad.
again, see, my thing is, look, you can, let's just say that you put Liverpool in a tough situation, was asking for too much. You have to now choose between two, and you have a proper structure that you have to try and maintain. But the reality is, Liverpool's successes under Klopp, Mane is heavily involved. That's a fact. This is no shade to Salah. Of course, Salah is fully involved because we know the guy broke the goal scoring record. But Mane has been a critical piece in every trophy that Liverpool, in the major trophies that Liverpool won. Because I don't count FA Cup and Carabao, which they cheated to win. The EPL and the UCL, Mane was very crucial. So my thing is, you now have Diaz, you now have Jota, you have these dudes. Do you, and also actually I haven't just remembered another dude I want to talk about. Do you believe in these dudes to now say what's up? That's the key thing. Let me actually, Eric, real quick. Mane thing, thoughts, and then Patrick, just real quick. Mane.
Yeah, I mean, he went to the club that valued him more. If you want to look at it as bluntly as that, is the truth. Like Liverpool didn't value him enough to pay him higher wages. Clearly, they didn't see that he was as important as Bayern feel he is for them. And let's be real, Mane cannot be replaced by Luis Diaz is not going to replace Mane. That's not going to happen. Neither is Mr. Evolution,
Charles.
the Evolution, whatever his name is.
Sir Charles Darwin.
No.
None of these guys are.
Just Charles. Just call him Charles.
Sir Charles. None of these clowns are going to replace Mane.
Eric,
They
relax.
can't.
Liverpool fans are very rabid, and you're black, so you don't want any attacks on your life. So, Patrick, very, very, very quickly, my money to Bayern.
Yeah, first of all, I wanted to say one thing. It's quite sad to see Mane is the one who's been, I wouldn't say forced out, but the one who's left instead of Salah. And it looks like people are not caring so much. But yet, between Mane and Salah, it was Salah who was talking too much. Even at AFCON, he was saying, oh, I want to stay at Liverpool, but they're not offering me what I want. They know what I want. So Salah was vocal and Mane was quiet. Mane was only vocal at the end when he said, I think when he had enough. But it's quite funny to see that a lot of Liverpool fans think that we fear Salah. Look, no, don't get me wrong. The guy scores. But the thing is, his stat pads against Norwich and some small teams, the only time he scores a guy, I think this time even against top six, you find it is the City one that he looked incredible. Most of the times he doesn't look that great. It was always Mane I was scared of. For me, I'm not going to feel sorry for Liverpool fans. I'm actually happy that Mane is gone. And believe it or not, City fans are actually delighted that Mane is gone because that's the guy we feared the most. Because Mane used to cause more trouble. He was more physical. While Salah just walks around waiting for a moment to peak. So for me, I think Mane going to Bayern, it's good. They appreciate him more there. Unlike at Liverpool, looks like they don't appreciate him. And some of them even had the nerve to say, "Oh, well, yeah, he look at his age and he has to go." But why are none of you saying anything about Salah, who's also 30 soon, like Mane? They're both turning the same age at the same time, and he says he wants more money. So look, for me, I'm happy for my brother Mane. He's going to get appreciated. And I like the fact that they didn't, before even the announcement, he was wearing the shirt, walking around with the shirt. That's what black men do. We do that. We'll wear the shirt before before we are announced. So I'm happy for him, man. I'll have it.
One last point. I want to put this right. Every season which Mane performed well, Liverpool won a major honor. 17-18, they won the Champions League. Mane performed. 18-19, they won the Premier League. Mane performed. Whereas with Salah, him performing well does not correlate with them winning any major honor.
That's facts.
And that should tell you something.
No,
but it's like that's what they said. That's what it's not how many you score, it's when you score. See, volume of goals mean something. 18-19 season, Salah, he scored a lot of goals, but they said that Mane's goals earned Liverpool the most points. So it was the value of his goals that were important, whether it's the winning goal, the first goal, or a critical goal that changed the game. And that is a skill in and of itself. Which, listen, you have to have both. A volume merchant and a clutch merchant. You have to have both. Shout out to your boy, Miss B Nation, man. The 24/7 hater of Barca. Inter and Lukaku finessed you well, HH. Not really.
they did.
They sent up agents Lukaku for 112 mil and told him to bring him back for less. Lukaku and Inter were no, basically no one.
They
got
screwed.
finessed.
No,
one
they
got
screwed.
finessed.
No,
No one got
It has to be
finessed. No one got
orchestrated.
finessed.
It had
No
to
one
be.
got finessed.
I believe it's been. They had to.
No one got finessed. I don't know.
Mastermind.
No one got
No,
finessed.
no.
No one got. Detroit Rock City. Watching hostage FC fans suffer is so satisfying. But Detroit, you haven't answered me. In 2012, when this guy scored, did you try to throw yourself out the window? Yeah, you have to answer me. Did you try to throw yourself out the window, or did you try to stab
Who was your
yourself?
owner at 12? Who was your owner?
You're breaking up. I can't hear you. Your boy Ta. Your boy Ta. Shout out to your boy Ta. The similarity between Spurs, Arsenal, and Man City is they've reached only one UCL final in their entire history.
Why you compare Spurs
We
to
have two
Man City,
back-to-back
Arsenal?
PL. That's something those other guys don't have. Please emphasize.
Ta. Eric. Shout out to your boy Elsie who supports Barcelona. Cocaine Dan James is supposed to replace man. Oh, come on. Guys, come on. Let's stop associating cocaine with Colombia. They've moved on from that. Also, shout out to Colombia. They announced their first leftist president ever in their history. So, well, Colombia, Colombia moving forward, man. Shout out to my Colombians, man. And the Colombian women, man. Rodrigo. Yeah, you know that, right? Okay, you know what? No. Look, do you want to get me cancelled? What the hell? Rodrigo Rodgers.
This is a setup, man.
The Rick getting blacked on the okay. All right, let's keep it moving. So now we can now go.
Can I say one more thing? Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. One last thing before I go to this.
Sadio Mane. I'm gonna say this right now. I think Sadio Mane's effect will be catastrophic. I think it's gonna be very catastrophic for him leaving.
Oh, don't.
No,
You're always so extra.
No.
So
No. Because here's the thing.
What do you mean by
as great as managers that Pep Guardiola and Klopp is, there's a reason why no matter what happened, and Patrick knows this, there's certain players that no matter what happens, Man City won't let go. And Liverpool let go one of the most important players, and players do not grow on trees. Like Iniesta, Xavi do not grow on trees. They don't. Messi does not grow on trees. I don't care how great of a manager is.
Yes, stop it.
It's difficult to play.
I'm African. I'm black. West Africa for forever. Don't tell me you're comparing Javier and Messi to Mane.
I'm not. But you missed the point. I'm not. I'm just saying.
He's talking about the importance of a player to a team.
There's certain players that you cannot replace.
Patrick, even if we're talking importance, your Messi and Javier, that's literally your lifeblood. You literally cannot walk without those
But
guys.
then how can Liverpool? They can't.
I think he's right though. I don't know how that. You know what? These guys will regret that. That Mane guy was the system. Was also part of the system.
No,
I don't know.
He's saying
No,
catastrophic.
I got a different take.
Yes, they're gonna feel it.
But think about it this way.
You see, you're
When
too
they-
extra, man.
When they first bought Sadio Mane, he played as a right winger. Coutinho played on the left. The year they bought Salah, where did he play? He moved to the left. Salah played on the right. When they bought Luis Diaz, where did Sadio Mane play? Down the middle. You're telling me a player that plays as a right winger performs to exceptional level, plays as a left winger, performs to exceptional level, plays down the middle, completely changes his game, plays exceptionally well. You think Liverpool can replace that player?
This guy is spitting fire. This guy.
Okay, but then you know what? I might be crazy. I'm gonna leave it here.
Right.
But I am telling you this, Liverpool has a habit. Liverpool have a habit of messing up. Don't worry, they know how to mess up dynasties, man. Don't worry about it.
Let me come to Vader. You say you have a different take on this, Vader.
I do. I think what Yasir is saying is right to a point, and hopefully the noise in the background is not too bad. But he's right to the point in terms of the players aren't replaceable. I agree with you, but Liverpool have calculated this. Liverpool are ready to do their rebuild, their recycle, their we're going to make another run. This is why they're investing in the players that they're doing. They're doing Moneyball. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with the baseball movie.
Is that the Brad Pitt's film?
It's the Brad Pitt movie where it's all about calculations and this person's about to go. Mane is the first to go. Mane was the first to come in. He got this going. He inspired others to want to come to this project. He's out the door. Salah's not signing a contract. Salah's biding his time, and he's gone next year. And so Klopp is going to try and do whatever Liverpool rebuild 2.0. It's a cycle.
That's interesting. So that's a big take. So your take is Salah is gone.
Salah's gone.
I don't think they're giving them that amount. I don't think they are. I think they're stubborn.
If Salah was going to sign, he would have signed a long time ago.
See, at first I was about to say Vader, that's crazy, but then I think about this. But then I say this is Klopp, and Klopp is like, bet on me, because I've literally made unknowns in Dortmund and succeeded and gone through. So Klopp is like, no, look, if you're saying that, so I'm trying to go into Klopp. How badly do you need Salah? Because this fund is crazy. So Klopp is like, if you feel that this is too much of a stretch,
but
just give me the money and so forth.
But there's an issue though. There's an issue. I think we're gonna face the similar issue with Bernardo. So
wait, hold it, because
we're gonna get
the next topic. That's the next topic.
The reason why I say that, I'll go back to Mane, right? I feel in certain systems, certain profile of players are hard to find or replace, right? And Mane is one of them. Whereby
Lewandowski too. He couldn't replace Lewandowski.
You know what I'm saying? As good as Luis Diaz is, I don't think he's got Mane's ceiling. I'm talking about output wise.
Yeah, his end product is poor. Yeah,
you understand. So the thing is, because the thing with Mane, he had the output of a few players you'd find in all of Europe, right? And replacing that overnight is not something you can do. Because Diaz could be the guy in the League Cup and FA Cup, but in Champions League, we've seen the best of the best players fail in such. It's not something which you get overnight. And Mane was that guy for them. He was their Mr. Champions League, whereby, and you even saw it in a Villarreal game, where when it was getting nervy and stuff, he stood up, got them over the line. Diaz was there on the pitch, couldn't do it. So it's more of a gamble that which Liverpool will need to pray it works. So if it doesn't, then the heights that you've seen Liverpool hit the last few seasons will drop.
Yeah.
Okay. We have to move. Okay.
Yeah.
Last thing.
One last thing.
Yeah.
And Liverpool fans would have a meltdown if Salah didn't remain. So they let one legend go. They let the King of Africa go. Next year, they're going to let the King of Egypt go. It's just going to be this. It's going to be their cycle. It's going to be their cycle.
Isn't Salah the King of Africa?
Nah. We don't. I've said it many times. People don't get it. Riyad Mahrez is actually given more respect in Africa than Salah. Salah is just in Egypt because Salah hasn't done anything in Africa. As soon as he touches the soil in Africa, he does nothing. I'm sorry, he does nothing.
Oh, no, it's true. No, for me. Mahrez is more of an African G than Salah. Those are facts.
Man,
so guys, let's. Now here's the thing. It's not time to turn the tables on these city jokers, man. Because here's my thing. I don't give a damn what Pep says when he picks it. You know what? I'm actually going to come first to Eric and then to Yas. Basically, to the non-City guys first. Now, Eric, here's the thing. Eric, don't listen to what these guys say to you. Because all these City guys are just saying now to say, Eric, let me see right now. What they will say to you is that, oh, he's staying and so forth. But it's so important. But Eric, this is what they want to know. Eric, Pep said he destroyed football. No, you're the main guy. Why did he need Bernardo Silva? You don't need him. No player is that so important to Pep because Pep, you're the G. So Eric, why don't you want to allow Bernardo to go? He said he wanted to go, I think it was last season before. He was hardly playing. You hooked him off and subbed him off in that final game in which you obviously needed to win to say what's up. So Eric, why does Pep need Bernardo so much if you're such a great manager who you're not dependent on any one player? Eric, you have the industry plans. De Bruyne. But Eric, here's the thing. Before I come to you, I don't care what anyone says. I don't care what they say about that De Bruyne, that Belgian flop, who is the reason why Hazard is the World Cup winner. Bernardo Silva is the best player at Manchester City. I say it again right now.
Cap.
And the eye test has it for me right now. Ricardo, I can see you were eating. I can see you were bloody eating. I know. I can see this all in your mouth. Eric, see right now. Bernardo Silva, he gets like 80-something% on the eye test. De Bruyne gets about 60-something% on the eye test. Wait, Eric, why are you shaking? No, these are official marks. Bernardo Silva is the best player at Man City. Don't tell anyone otherwise. So I'm asking you right now. You who promised me 4 players for Chelsea, including this ski.
Okay, you said 3 before, but okay.
4. No, it's gone up to 4. 4. It's not 4.
Okay.
Eric.
Look, Bernardo Silva is not the best player. He's not even the top 3 right now. No. Look, Bernardo Silva, I think I remember Pep saying that as long as he's at Man City, Bernardo Silva will never leave. I think he said something like that. So there must be some kind of strong connection.
Eric, Eric, you keep on making shocking takes. I think I will just ignore my. Yes, I've got my left ear is a bit messed up. I need to go and see the ear doctor, but it's not that bad. I can still hear pretty well. Eric, please tell me the 3 players better than Bernardo Silva.
Okay, so we have De Bruyne, who is Man City's actual best player.
Facts.
I mean, I could mention a few actually.
Rodri.
I'll go to the centre back. Ruben Diaz. I mean, it's clear. Ruben Diaz is the second best player.
The guy who dropped a disaster class at the Euros.
He's been poor recently, but I think he's one of the most important players. Rodri, that's an obvious one. Thank you, Ricardo.
Cancelo's nice.
Cancelo, I mean,
yes.
I could keep going. But okay, Bernardo Silva is a good player. Don't get me wrong. He's good. He's really good. I would take him at Chelsea in a heartbeat, obviously. But let's not, try and add more value than he has. But obviously, like I said, to Pep, he has a lot of value. Like I said, Pep literally said in his in the Amazon documentary that as long as he's at City, Bernardo Silva will stay with him. I think he said it like that. So Bernardo Silva isn't going anywhere.
Let me come to Yassir. Bernardo Silva. Do you think Pep will be stupid enough to sell him? Do you think Barca is wasting their time trying to keep the boy?
I don't know, HH. Ricardo's here. He's a Barca fan.
Allegedly.
Where are you going to get the money from? Like, Barcelona.
I can answer quickly. We're going to get it from you when you buy De Jong.
After 3,000 years. Wait, Ricardo, do you know that they're probably going to sell it to you for like 1, because these guys, they're so trash and they're so desperate. You can just say, okay, 130, because Terry says that he's world class and the best midfielder in the world. So you can just quote 130.
Relax. Maybe we can get Rafinha on the way too. So we're chilling, man.
A side note, I said this. I was on like a space with Abdul and everyone, and I said that honest to God, I'd rather keep Pogba than sign Frankie de Jong. But that's just me, anyways.
Okay. All right.
Maybe Pugmentary tax. I mean, I don't know. I just I cried a little bit. I cried.
You're a Disney
a couple
Plus
times.
matches,
I cried a couple of times when I was watching that documentary, low key though. Anyways, it's all about one thing that people underestimate is a player that can play in so many different positions effectively is very, very unique at football. I feel like a lot of times, like a lot of players, like the player we just talked about, Lukaku, if you're one-dimensional, it becomes hard for you to fit in different types of system. With the way Pep Guardiola plays, Bernardo Silva can play as a left winger, a right winger, can play as a center midfielder, can play as a false 9, can play as a center forward, you can play as a cam. Like, you have different names. You can literally change him. He's like a FIFA card. You can get so many different versions of Bernardo Silva, and he'll be effective. And it doesn't bother him. He doesn't look shocked to the core that he's playing a completely different position. For me, I don't think Pep Guardiola is going to let him go. If Pep Guardiola and Manchester City let him go, they're going to let him go for a ridiculous amount of money. like a ridiculous amount of money. I am talking somewhere.
But yeah, so what about this? And this, but just for example, what if he comes to them and says, "I want to go. I want to go to Barcelona. I don't want to be here anymore. I want to."
I think he did. I think he said the same thing last season, and then he stayed.
No, because he wasn't playing.
No, he's not. So I think he wanted to leave. See, here's the thing, guys. Like I've always, how long of a contract does he have left? Does Patrick? Do you guys know?
I think it's 3 years.
Man, 3 years. 3 years, man. Sit your butt down. He can whine and cry all he wants. It's a World Cup year too. That's the beauty of it. You know, that's the beauty of it. You know, the leverage is all Manchester City and Pep Guardiola.
It is, yeah.
It is because like if Bernardo Silva says I don't want to play, man, you think you're not gonna play prior to a World Cup in Qatar? Bro, hey, come on, are you kidding me? So the reality is even if he says he wants to leave, the Man City, even if Pep Guardiola says okay, he can leave, Manchester City is saying we want our Erling Haaland money back. We want our Haaland money back. They're gonna fleece Barcelona. They're gonna make Barcelona pay. Barcelona are gonna cry the amount of money they're gonna literally tell like their players, Pedri and all that stuff. Listen, we will pay you. We will pay your wages sometime. We don't know when we're gonna pay you, but give me your wages. Here you go. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna go to every player and be like, give me your wages. There you go. Anything to add, bro. You know, like that's what's gonna happen, bro. So,
Ricardo,
Yeah.
is there any chance you guys get Bernardo Silva, or was Laporta just trolling?
I think there's a chance, but it comes depending on if Frankie de Jong leaves. I personally, what I think, a part of me thinks is that I don't think Barcelona will let go of Frankie de Jong if there's an agreement in place for Bernardo Silva. Because what Barcelona won't do is put themselves in a position where they're gonna let go of Frankie de Jong and they don't have a replacement. So
that's Cap, man. Kessie, what about Kessie?
Well, yeah, but he's not the same profile. Like just because you sign a midfield doesn't mean there we go. Like that doesn't mean like you fill that spot. Kessie and Frankie de Jong are two different players. With Man City, like I've always noticed about Pep, and it seems like it's a Man City thing. When players don't want to be there anymore, you ship them off. There's no point of keeping them. Now, whether or not they'll find a replacement, like I said, I don't think there's a single player on Man City's team, maybe other than Kevin De Bruyne and maybe now Haaland, that is irreplaceable in a sense. Although I would say that Kevin De Bruyne is replaceable because these guys literally won a league title without him, and to be honest, like they've won like three league titles without an actual striker. Because Aguero was playing off the bench. We all remember the beginning when Pep didn't really want Aguero. So it's like Pep has such a functional system that it's like any player can be replaced. And now I'm not saying that Bernardo Silva wants to leave. That's a different thing. Right, because I've heard reports that last year, not that he wanted to leave, but he didn't want to leave because he didn't want to be in Manchester anymore, or he wanted to try something new. He's openly spoken about how much the pandemic, that even before the pandemic, how much being away from his family has affected him, and that's why they were saying that he wants to go to Benfica at some point, whether it's the end of his contract or whatever. Now, the reason I can see him wanting to go back to, wanting to go to Barcelona, because there's some reports that are suggesting so, is because Spain and Portugal are literally neighboring countries.
Yeah.
So I can understand the distance of living in Manchester and his family staying in Portugal. So I get why he would probably want to go to Spain. If Barcelona get him, that's a good signing. I think Bernardo Silva
is a great signing.
I think he's a great player. It's like I said, last year he wanted to leave. He didn't really play. This season he showed his colors. Is this just a great season, or is this really who he is? We won't really know that until he replicates that again, because it was only a year ago where he wanted to dip, and he was there was like a couple teams interested in him. So, I don't know. Like he could go to Barca. I don't know, but I think it depends on the Frankie de Jong situation. United cough up the money because they're so desperate to want him for some reason when there's so many other areas in their team that need to be filled up. I think, like I said, I don't think Barcelona will let go of Frankie de Jong unless the deal with Bernardo Silva is secured. And I don't see Man City being that team that will let like Bayern Munich is with Lewandowski. I don't see them that way.
So, Smoke, what do you say? No chance for Bernardo, or
No,
is there a distinct chance?
No, I'm saying first regarding our players, I think from a footballing perspective, right? Bernardo is one of the best footballers in the team, right? I'm talking about every aspect of football, right? Positioning, technical ability. I think between him, Cancelo, and Mahrez.
That's so safe. You say, who is the best? In terms of who is the best footballer? I'd say not the most effective, not the most important. Who is the best?
No. For me, I'd rate him first, right? From a footballing perspective, right? You can give the guy the ball, and one thing I like about him, he never shies away. Here is his best performance against Liverpool. This guy has made Van Dijk sit down. He ball to his feet. I think he's the best, especially his press resistance. The only thing we can criticize him for is output, his goal contributions. But from a footballing sense, is very good. Regarding his departure, Bernardo Silva was supposed to leave last season. That's the reality. The only reason why he didn't leave is because there wasn't a suitable offer for him.
Was the Arsenal links true though? Please tell me that was not true.
AC Milan, no, not man. Don't talk Arsenal, man.
Because I heard Arsenal fan talk hella shit about
everyone
last season.
Everyone who's leaving.
Patrick knows who I'm talking about. I know an Arsenal fan that said he didn't want it, Bernardo Silva.
Right. So he was supposed to, and what most people don't know is Grealish was the Bernardo replacement. That was Grealish. He was brought in to play in midfield. So now because Bernardo didn't leave, hence Grealish was forced to play wide on the left wing. And so that was part of the problem. But
I think that's cap, by the way, but okay.
That's fine, dude. This is not from your sources. I know you have different sources. So.
I mean, but he played on the wing. Relax, easy. He played on the wing for Villa. Don't forget. So
Come again.
Grealish was on the wing for Villa, but
Yes, but when he was coming in for Pep, I'm saying Pep brought him to play in the midfield as an 8.
No, you said the only reason he's playing on the wing is because Bernardo Silva is still at City.
Bernardo didn't leave, so now you can't force Bernardo to play on the wing and Grealish in the center, right? Because one of the reasons why there was a season before the Centurion whereby Pep forced Bernardo wide, and Bernardo wasn't too happy because he wanted to play more centrally. So Pep promised him is a place central. So you can't go against your promise and now put him back on.
But here's the thing though. What if, let's say, Bernardo says to Pep that I want to leave, I want to join Barcelona?
So the reason for Bernardo leaving is it's not a footballing thing. It's family. It's family, right? Whereby he wants to be closer to his family, and the pandemic made it worse. Hence, he wanted to leave. And the weather in Manchester, he wasn't happy with it. Right. So it's not a footballing reason. It's more of I want to be closer to my family. Right. So
okay. So I have a question. I have a question for you. Since it's because of family and everything, how come someone like Aguero was able to manage and cope? Is it just that Bernardo is just not able to cut? He's not up to it.
Every person's different.
Because
I think that's up to personality and stuff. Certain people, they can go through tougher conditions or situations, and look at Lukaku for example.
This guy is evil. You have to bring it back.
Eric, don't take the bait.
No. I'm saying it's the reality.
He's right.
Yeah, but look at Werner. Werner, as much as you criticize him, he stays there and he fights for a place. Then you get some guys, one thing is handed to them, and if they don't have their way, they call quits, and that's just it's a personality thing.
Well, and also, my thing though is, I do feel. Here's my thing. I do feel that because they haven't won the Champions League, the only thing that's keeping Bernardo is that we're so close. If let's say City had won the Champions League, Bernardo would be like, hey, look, Premier Leagues, FA Cups, UCL, So I think the only thing now is like, okay, look, as much as I like to be with my family, I believe I'm more close to this UCL dream with Pep and City than I would be with Barca, who still needs to revamp, rejig, and
it's
so
that
forth.
thing of whereby I was part of the team that won City their first UCL. That's
See, that's a lie. That's a lie. That's how you guys get players, huh? So no. HH actually onto something. You cracked the code. I always wondered how this Man City, a team with no history, with no fan base, how they attract big players. And I thought it was all about money, but no, it's the lies you guys tell them. You guys gonna win the Champions League. Lies.
You also just lied by saying
Tap into the pioneer
you also
spirit.
just lied by saying no history, because if you look at the history of Manchester, Man City were winning trophies way before. So I don't get it. So you don't know history then.
Patrick, it was a joke, okay? It was a joke, okay?
No, we want facts.
It's a joke, okay?
Let's go.
Look at the young at the moment. Look at the young at the moment. He's undecided because if City comes to you and says no, you're more likely to win a UCL with us, and United comes.
But first, you have to win this
Carabao
UCL,
Cup
though.
would be a lie. If you tell a player that
What did Agro say? Agro said he won't leave Man City till he wins UCL. Did he leave? Did he leave with the UCL?
Yeah, but that's before he knew he had bad
forced
knees.
him out.
That's before the bad knees.
No.
I'm saying you United even telling a player that you could win the Carabao Cup with us is a lie.
No. But yes, yeah. The reality is this: Pep, Lep, UCL, and so forth, and everything. At the end of the day, the closest to if is between Man City and Barca right now. I think both of them are probably not going to win the UCL, but it's like hedging your bets. You're more likely to win the UCL next season with City and Pep than with Xavi and Barca next season.
I don't know. I disagree with
Even
that.
Europa would be a doubt because you dropped Europa.
No. Yes, yeah. We're talking about bets. Yes, we
No,
source Lep on every once. How are you telling me that, like, oh, you're more likely to win the UCL with Xavi and Barca than you are with Pep and so forth?
H is the same argument you can use about Tuchel and Chelsea. That this team is trash, yet they won the Champions League. See, Champions League is about heritage. It's football heritage. That's what it is. You have to win the Champions League. The thing is, like, that's why I always say this: Man City and PSG will always have a 0% of winning the Champions League. They for me, they will have no chance of winning the Champions League.
Hold on.
They make us the
I'm telling
favorite
you
for
now.
the Champions League every year.
I'm telling you what, Benfica has a better chance of winning the Champions League than Man City.
Fine
How?
enough. But what I'm saying is this:
Yes, yeah, that's
Even
cocaine talk.
if United-
that's
But
cocaine
HS, you
talk.
have to win the Champions League.
This
You
guy's
have to
been
win.
Yes,
sniffing.
yeah,
This guy's been
that's no
sniffing
logical
before with
sense.
this sniffing.
HS,
what I'm saying
HS, have they won the Champions League?
Yes, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
What he said makes no sense. Okay, smoke. What are you saying? Smoke. Smoke.
if United had to next season, even this season, United had gotten to a Champions League final, that heritage that you claim wouldn't even get you a goal. You're gonna get smashed. So you can put all those. For me, I think it's mentality more than heritage.
Bro, if we
Yeah,
play
they-
City, we will win.
No,
If
you
Manchester United play Man City in front of
no,
Wimbledon.
no,
You're
no,
crazy.
you wouldn't.
Okay, I'm gonna say this: if Manchester United play PSG in the final, we will win.
no, you wouldn't.
Oh my
Bro,
god, this guy.
The
No, you
ghost of Fergie and everyone from all the Man United
Yes,
players
yeah.
in the past will
Yes,
come out
yeah.
the
This
grave.
isn't.
What are
Yes,
you
yeah.
talking
Can you
about?
put that bag back in the suitcase? Put that bag. Yes, yeah. Put that bag back in the
Yes,
suitcase.
It's here.
Those goals almost got you in the
Smoke.
Conference League. What are you talking about? Those what?
Smoke. Don't address this guy. So basically, smoke. You're saying Bernardo, definitely not.
No. I think he leaves. I think it's more of, can Barca pay the fee? If Barca can pay it, he's gone. It's that simple.
Oh, and what's the fee? What's the number?
It's gonna be between 80 and 100 because I think they'll bring us down to at least 80.
Yeah, did you see the City source though? Smoke. They say negotiations start at 100. That's what City have
Yeah.
said. Negotiations start at 100.
No, from there, I thought it was north of 100. I thought no, 100.
No,
so
no.
it begins with 100.
The thing with City is we don't try to price our players out of the market, especially if they want to leave. We want a fair.
But he's worth it though. He's worth 100.
No. What I'm saying, pricing
worth
you out
100.
is putting you unrealistically out of the suitors. Whereby we saying you're worth at least 85 to 100 million, you bring that, you're gone.
Bernardo Silva is worth more than the freaking.
Yeah, we just finished Barcelona by selling them Ferran Torres for 50. Apparently 10 million added on top after performance of getting them in the UCL.
I forgot.
So that's 60. So we finessed them at 60. You think we're gonna finesse them again?
And we gave them Eric Garcia. Don't forget.
No, what I really believe is that Bernardo isn't leaving. Bernardo, he's not. He's not. Because I don't think Pep is gonna.
I don't think it's up to Pep. I don't think.
See, I'm in two minds. Pep could be so arrogant as to like, oh, if you want to go, fine, pay the money and so forth. Or is Pep wise enough to know that this guy is very important? Unless you pay something crazy like 160, 170.
So the thing is this, right? I think this is why we're pushing for Calvin Phillips, because Pep might change the system into a pivot where you could have Phillips and Rodri. So hence the signings show that we are preparing for life after him. Because in the current system, yes, Bernardo is irreplaceable because he plays between the 6 and the 8. But if he leaves and we change the system, I think he becomes replaceable.
Don, you know what the key is to here? The key, man, the one guy that was his key to everything is Juan Laporta. Because I'm telling you right now, this guy is a scam artist. He's a scam artist.
Yes, sir. What's his name?
Isn't it Juan Laporta? John Laporta?
Juan Laporta.
Juan Laporta. Yes, that guy. I'm telling you, he's a scam artist. AJ.
I don't know. He's
a scam artist. I am telling you, Barcelona are so broke. They forget about 85 million. They can't even pay for Lewandowski. Bayern are asking for 40 million for Lola. They can't do it. So where are they going to get the money from? Are they going to rob a bank? What are they going to do?
Yes, here. You do realize you're getting hustled by a broke team.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm like,
but that's worse.
He's not worth it.
How somebody broke? How are you getting your pocket canned by somebody?
But Ricardo, we're nice. We're so nice to you, and you guys are taking advantage of us. Why?
Because you guys are gonna fold. You guys are gonna fold at some point.
Man,
you know your club is gonna fold.
Bro, Man United have the decency to say, you know what, Barca, hey, mi hermano, Barcelona, mi hermano, he's 75 million. That's come on, man.
Yes, sir. Do you like heart to heart? Do you actually think Manchester United is gonna fold?
They will.
Can we move on, man?
They're too prideful. Okay, let's just read this from Rodrigo Rodriguez. Shout out to Mr. Broncano. I've not spoken Spanish in ages, but I think this is obviously rude. So, Ricardo Ten Cuidado Patrick Tiene El Mamba #. I know that's a bad word. So
no, I translated it already.
Don't.
There's some people.
Don't trust it. Wait, Rodrigo said,
shout out to Kobe.
Ricardo amigo, espero que disfrutes el back. Okay, thank you, Rodrigo.
Papi.
Thank you for that.
Papi.
Like Ricardo, that's between you and Rodriguez. Let's not get into it.
Rodrigo seems like he's got it for you there.
Yeah.
So can we speed on this? Can we speed on this, Bernardo?
Yeah. What should we do? Yeah, Patrick, talk to me about Bernardo. I'll finish the job. So your thoughts on the whole Bernardo thing.
Oh, do you want to finish the dubs first, though?
Yeah, let me finish the dubs first. So, El Dio to the world. I need Us at PSG, CFC. His name isn't Todd Bay anymore. His name is Todd Bowley. I don't know who Todd Bay. His name right now is Todd Jeremiah Bowley. Alps. Shout out to your boy Alps. After Lewandowski left Dortmund, BVB finished 7th in the league. Klopp is a one-trick pony, forever in Pep's shadow. Spurs will finish 2nd, Conte better. I have a theory. People don't like it that Spurs are going to finish 2nd. That is my crazy theory, bro. LC. Silva wants to come to Barca. 110 million for FDJ. And also, why did my team have to pay the ref in 09 to win a UCL semi? Why can't we win it without actually having to pay the ref? Why is my club so trash? And why are our clubs from India having to put super chats during a live stream? Elsie, I have no idea. You tell me why. Simar Singh. Phil Foden is being groomed for the CM role anyway. Hey, what's it called? God save the precious Lizzie, whatever her name is. Misby Nation, the 24/7 hater of Barca. Barca think because Pep is at City, they're going to have favors. They bought Ferran Torres for 55, a guy who didn't play. Bernardo would be 90 to 100. It's going to be a lot of cash. I said, look, I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening. And Pep, you'd be stupid. I dare you to sell your boy thingy. Hold on.
Quick comment. I'll go.
Very quick.
Should Barcelona be investigated? Because I seem like sometimes what they do is illegal.
Yes,
like,
yes.
where do you get this money from?
If they spend over 100 mil, I'm reporting them to.
They have to. AJ, this is illegal activities, man.
Snitching has come. Snitching is now in fashion. Snitching is now back in fashion.
You guys are just scared, man. You guys are
Patrick.
just scared.
Patrick,
I sent you something on your Twitter.
Okay.
Yeah, pull it up quickly, just before Patrick speaks.
Oh God. Oh, I mean, what is this trash?
It looks good. It looks good.
Oh my! This is just when guys are just sad. See, guys have so much time on their hands, man. Guys have way too much time on their hands.
It looks good, doesn't it? It looks good. Come on, man. You gotta admit, it looks good.
You know what? I never knew I'll see the day that Barcelona are so desperate for a Man City player. I never saw that. I always never thought I'll see this thing. The world is changing. Yeah, the world is changing, man.
No, it's crazy because you guys have been our little brothers your whole entire history. So
that doesn't truly stick. That doesn't truly stick.
You took our sporting director. You took the CEO. You're a little brother.
I'm not gonna lie though.
They left you.
Whatever that game was in the Champions League where Pep Guardiola was in the stands and Messi was gluing every Man City player, bro. Till the day that's etching my memory. But Pep was like,
wait. Let me get this right. So
think of City like the US, right?
Wait. Let me get this though, Veta, because if you say your little brother gave you Garcia and then gave you Ferran Torres.
No, we gave you Eric Garcia so he can train in the facility, and you gave him back. So we're using you like a pawn. We're using you like
isn't that worse? Isn't that worse? So you gave us something to keep for you, which is useless, and we're like, here, you get it back.
I don't know if you remember Ferran Torres's interview. He said he only went to Man City because he wanted to end up in either Barcelona or Real Madrid. You guys
when are you paying us the Dennis Suarez money? The Dennis Suarez money. When are you paying us?
No, we don't need to give your little brother. You're indebted to us forever.
So Patrick, real quick, the silver thing on the face. So real quick.
Look. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Name me a player who left Man City, came to Barca and bought.
Bro, it's literally been like 6 months and like a year.
Look, once more. Patrick, Silva.
Oh, no, look. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think Bernardo Silva is leaving. I think what's gonna happen with him is these bums, Barcelona, are gonna come for him next year. I think when he's got like 2 years left. For the meantime, I don't see look, if these guys come up with 100 million. I think there'll be question marks. I think even at the point where even Barcelona fans will start asking that. I think right now it's a fantasy for Barcelona fans. It's just fantasy that we want Bernardo Silva, but
about money when you support Man City.
Yeah, but yeah, we are money. We are all your money. That's what we're talking about. Money. We've got the money. You guys are broke. These guys are in debt. Let's not forget last week these guys were sending 200 euros to release Umtiti on super chats. So you're telling me that that's going to move?
That's called having a fan base, but you guys don't have.
Funny.
Okay. Can I ask something, HH? Ricardo? Can I ask you something? Who received those super chats? Where did they go?
To a club bigger than yours.
No. Where did they go? Who received them?
Bartomeu. He went to Bartomeu.
Once a week in fun, Bernardo Silva.
How did this become like a City Barca war?
The little brothers are finally getting some success, and they think they're big dogs now.
Okay. Let me land on the Bernardo. Look, man, the only people I'd fear right now is with PSG, Chelsea. So far, those are the only two clubs I'll be fearing if they came for Bernardo Silva. Because Chelsea have got the money. PSG will bring up the money. If you talk about maybe the Liverpool.
Patrick, Are you talking about Brahms, Chelsea, or this?
No, relax. You know, the only reason why there's don't
Chelsea,
smoke.
Patrick, so
Don't
Chelsea, yeah,
look,
Chelsea.
don't smoke. Even apart from the fact that we are bantering Chelsea, the other reason why Raheem might end up at Chelsea is because he's pushing for a move, and trust me, the money is in the EPL. Where else is the money? Man, we've got big clubs, so-called big clubs, begging for money on super chats.
No, but
Shout out.
they have lost their oil status. They're now a normal.
Oh, I know. Okay, let me just move on. I don't think Bernardo Silva will go because it's not only about the 100 million. It's a lot of things that have to be moved. A lot of pieces that have to be moved. What are you gonna do with Gavi? You know, what are you gonna do with Gavi? Because Bernardo Silva comes in that place. You're promising him what? Where is he gonna play? Tell me, is Gavi a midfielder or what is Gavi? Please tell us. What about Pedri?
Are you talking about me?
Yeah, I'm asking you.
Oh, sorry. So what was your question?
Okay, so Bernardo Silva comes in. What about Gavi and Pedri?
Well, Gavi's only 17, turning 18. He's not guaranteed a starting position.
But you guys are trying to beg him to stay right now, isn't it?
Nobody's begging him to stay. The contract's already secured. It has to be officially announced. That's it.
What about Pique's? What about Pique's 50 million that you owe him?
Well, that's all reports. Nobody knows. All I'm saying is, don't worry about our finances. Worry about getting your first CL. We got 5. We're big bro to you.
Yeah, but how are you going? Look, this my only thing is, look, talking on a serious note, right? I don't know how many weddings you're gonna have to have at the Camp Nou, and how many birthdays, how many bar mitzvahs, how many christenings, how many baptisms you're gonna have to have there for you guys. We're even holding a charity with you guys just to help you find some money. I think it's one of these days.
Is that why Pep is there?
You know what?
Yeah.
What the crazy part is? You know what the crazy part is? I can guarantee you that Barcelona will probably win the Champions League. No, actually, they will win the Champions League before Man City do.
Clip that, please. Clip that. Please clip that.
Do it.
Please clip that.
Ricardo,
Yeah, what's up?
bro, like.
Okay, let me just finish this on a serious note. Don't smoke. Let me finish this on a serious note. Okay, let me finish this on a serious note. Okay, all I'm saying is I don't know. I don't see it.
Patrick.
Yeah, look, all I'm saying is I don't see it. But if it happens, fair play to Barcelona. But I don't see it. What's the point of you guys saying you're trying to fix your finances? You're trying to bring players that are going to be paid less, and then you're like, boom, let's go get Bernardo Silva for 100 million. No, you're trying to fix your finances. So I don't think it's going to happen. And Pep has said it. And when Pep says they're going to have a difficult time, and when he smiles like that, he's trying to tell you you're going to have to bring so much. Because I think Pep will convince him again and say, you know what, just stay. And I think the time Bernardo Silva is going to leave and go to Barca is when he has 1 year left. I bet you. The years have to reduce. That's when Barca can come and get him.
Because they're
But I don't think he's going.
Tell them, Patrick, they're broke.
Victor, talk to me.
So this speculation with Bernardo Silva leaving to go to Barca, all I've seen from Bernardo Silva is that he's a competitor. You see him on the field, the way he tracks, the way he runs. He's competitive. He's about winning. It's not about vacation time yet. It's not about kicking up my feet, enjoying the sun, being closer to family. It's not that time for him yet. I think he's still got a mission to complete. So he remains at City. And again, if we know Manchester City is about business. It's about business. So if he goes, it's going to have to come at the right pesos, the right dinero, the right cash. And right now, it doesn't look like Barca's pockets can afford him right now.
Real talk. So let me just jokes, and then we're gonna move to. Actually, no. Let's actually make the move right now. Let's make the move right now. So, our favorite club in the world, LSG. Our favorite club in the world, LSG. So, PSG were trying to get your boy Zizou because they're desperate without UCL, and Zizou said a big fat no. But instead, they're getting a dude called Galtier.
He's a Nice manager, right? Ex-manager, Nice.
Yeah, yeah. Basically, Galtier led Lille to the league.
Ooh, yeah.
And then he's obviously the current Nice manager. So, PSG, look, this whole Mbappe thing. I have to reiterate this. I have no beef towards PSG. I actually like the concept of PSG. My whole thing is the way they've gone about their business and the way they've gone about structuring themselves and so forth has just been very unprofessional. And I just don't believe. I actually believe that City will win that UCL before PSG. Because if PSG win a UCL before City, Pep is looking very funny in the light. based on just how everything are. Now, I admit you, Galtier is. You see, at one point, you say, okay, Galtier makes sense, because I saw on Twitter, like, we're going to have a back three and looking at what he's now going to do with the team. But Galtier's not an alpha. Can Galtier say to Mbappe, you're coming off? Can Galtier sub off Mbappe because he's not playing well? I don't think he can. Uncle Mo can. Zidane can. Pep can. Galtier can't. Because all you've done is, I won a league title with Lille. Good, wow. But Zidane is that I've got league titles, I've got UCL titles, and also I'm one of the greatest players of all time. I'm also a horseman as well. So these are different levels here, man. So which is why I just say to myself that most likely it's going to be Galtier. He's pretty much close. I don't see PSG winning UCL with Galtier. I just don't. And I see some trouble happening, and I don't feel like if Galtier will have the full control of all those egos and players. And I think PSG are going to run into their same issues. Like El Khalifi said that, the way that we've been doing stuff before and how players took advantage of the situation at PSG, that's all ends right now. We're not going to be doing things proper. Actions speak louder than words. It's all good saying this stuff right now. Are you actually going to put it into practice and actually creates a situation where the football club actually runs like a proper football club and the manager has the final say, unlike what happened under Emery, what happened under Tuchel, and what happened under Pochettino, where those guys were usurped by the superstars. Patrick, what are you saying about Galtier and PSG?
I just saw a message that Jean-Paul Gaultier, a fragrance is gonna be running. Somebody says he's a perfume. Somebody says he's a perfume agent. I don't know. It's just that if these guys are serious and if they say these players don't have the power anymore, which I doubt, and it looks like they're putting Neymar for sale because every time they're saying this, he keeps name dropping.
I keep hearing this Neymar to Juve thing. I'm like, I don't want. I mean, no offense to Serie and so forth. I don't know where Juve are going to find the money to have Neymar, but I keep hearing Neymar on Juve. But we'll see what it is. Because
why doesn't he go back? Maybe why doesn't he go back to Barcelona? Since they have money.
They don't have money.
Somebody in the comment just said Burnley is richer than Barcelona. But anyway, I digress. Okay, let's move on. Look. This guy is a good manager. Like he did the job with lesser players. He did very well. The play style was good. But the issue with PSG, it's not even about the players being lesser or the players have an issue. It's just that the players themselves think they're bigger than the club. So if they think they're bigger than the club and this manager comes in, you say this manager doesn't have a pedigree, that's great. Maybe the fact that they'll look at him, maybe if he comes with an angle that, look, I had a lesser team, but I still won the title. So at least I bring that.
But Patrick, can he handle the egos though? That's the thing. Can he handle the egos?
Yeah, that's the issue though. That I don't know. What do you think? Maybe this is just me. Do you think PSG is purposely hired in these roadmen because maybe they're easier to control? Do you think maybe they're scared to hire somebody with a voice?
I do believe that, but where I'll give PSG a little bit of credit. See, I believe they did this all the years before. 100% they hired a puppet. But where it may be different now is I do feel they tried to approach Zidane and Zidane just said no. So the fact that they actually went and approached Zidane means that, okay, we're not trying to go in a different direction. But my thing though is that you can't go from Zidane to this guy called Galtier. 100% Galtier. Of course, he is a good manager, and I do admit he's a good manager. You winning that league title with Lille shows great management. But the issue, though, is coaching Lille and winning an Uber Eats with Lille is very different from trying to win a UCL with PSG. These are two different kinds of jobs that require a different skills as a manager. And I may be wrong, but I just question as to whether Galtier has the skill set to be able to manage these egos, whereas at Lille, who the hell did Lille have? What? Jonathan David? Renato Sanchez? There are no huge egos or huge superstars.
Yeah, they were all like players that the majority of them maybe even haven't won anything.
Yeah.
Look, it's going to be tough for the guy. Unfortunately, that's the thing. You've said the right thing. If this guy, Gatti or whatever his name is, wins a UCL with this PSG before us, I think I'll personally fly to the Etihad and tell Pep that let's just pack it up, guys. We've tried. Let's just close this whole thing.
Yeah.
We've tried. Bernardo Silva, go to Barcelona. De Bruyne, go to Madrid. They'll receive you. Just go for free, because at the end of the day, or what we can do is we can just take our players and send them to United so that they can help Yessi and Yessi with his team. But what I can say is,
You need all the help, Patrick. All the help.
yeah. But
Anything-
what I can say is,
anything,
who else is left though? Mourinho is at Oma. He's enjoying himself. He doesn't want to leave.
He's finished.
Yeah, who else is left? Ricardo, Ricardo, relax. Like, who else is out there? Let's say who else is out there with respect? Who else is out there?
No. Patrick, that's why we see in my video I said PSG. It is what it is. Either you get Zidane or Mourinho, or I don't buy you winning a UCL.
Can I say something, HH, that everybody, I've been watching your streams for so long, and I've never seen anyone say this. Can we also just look at the PSG, the amount of managers these guys have sacked, the amount of managers these guys have employed? Like, everybody has been at PSG. It's like it's a whole house. Oh, sorry, there's kids watching. Sorry.
Yeah, kids, man.
Sorry.
Pochettino.
I meant a warehouse. You know, a warehouse. I meant a warehouse. Wait. It's like a warehouse.
Yeah, so smoke what he said.
Okay, by the way, HH guys, I just want to say I'm leaving because it's bloody half 12 here.
Okay, all right.
Patrick, shout out to you, man. Shout out to you.
Yeah, see you, man. See you. Ricardo, see you, man. Much love. Bernardo is coming to Barcelona, Ricardo.
The thing is, this Gautier guy, him winning, I put it on Poch text, because Poch text is real. Look at Klopp. Klopp won at UCL against Poch, and ever since then, when he's gone, he's been bested. Look at all the finals he's played. It's either he's gone to penalties or he's lost. So the thing is, I think it in the EPL it's easier to compare managers because it's the best going against the best. So the moment the season ends, we can classify you, whereby within these other leagues, due to not having big names or brilliant managers, it's hard to really know whether what they've done is dud or they fluked it, right? Because no, it's difficult. It's difficult. Hence, I agree with Patrick in the sense that if they win the UCL before us with this guy, I might join you on a live stream. I'll be a co-host. Literally, then we might
tickets are open. Tickets are always open for the live stream.
Side notes. Go ahead.
Exactly, because the thing is, winning the UCL, you need a special manager. This is one thing I've noticed. You need someone who is capable of creating special moments. And Ancelotti, he's renowned for that. Tuchel managed to do that, although there's some pep tags. But you need a manager who is special. Forget the players; you can have the best players, but you need someone who can galvanize people. Look at what Benitez done to Milan in 05. Managed to 1.5 call a dressing room like, no, guys, and make them believe as if you some drug dealer of some kind. Is this guy that guy? Is he capable? And if the answer is no, you can already cross him off your list. He's not going to win it. So good luck to them. I feel as if they're trying to be stubborn to show that they can make whatever they think work. But in the UCL, man, we've seen it time and time again that this one here, you need humility to win this thing.
Ricardo, what are you saying about the acquisitions, man?
I think you would assume that a team of the profiles, the players that PSG have and the profiles they have, you would assume that a manager like Zidane would be the obvious fit, which we could probably agree is probably the truth. However, football isn't just always 1 + 1 = 2 or whatever, just because Zidane is, I don't know, it knows how to manage egos doesn't necessarily mean that it's gonna work. We speak of it like it's a guaranteed top 3 team. This was a Christophe Galtier. I've actually heard of him when that run with Lille, which was last season.
Yeah.
They came first. All right. They amassed 83 points, which you don't get 83 points on accident. Let's be honest. That's a lot of points.
Yeah.
It's not only that, but he left that year. He went to Nice. That same year he won Liga 1. Nice finished in 9th place. The following year he signed to Nice. Nice finished in 5th place. Lille went from 1st place to 10th place. And in the process, Nice beat Lille 5-0.
These are all domestic
matters. But one thing about domestic competition is that you have over cup competitions is obviously a level of consistency. And I think that's what PSG have lacked. So we can't deny that this manager, he has shown a level of consistency with the teams he has managed. Now, perhaps the way he plays, because I'm hearing he's going to play a 3-5-2. Back three. And when they initially signed Ramos, and I can see why they're going after Skriniar, because maybe Ramos isn't the most reliable. Although there is conversation that Kimpembe might renew, but he doesn't know what his position in the project is, so he might get moved out. And I'm hearing there's another club that needs defenders because they're getting stripped, and Kimpembe might be a fit, but that's for another conversation. But I think I personally think this is their best option outside of Zidane, because I think the fact that he's shown great results in the French league, perhaps it makes sense for the sense of of French football to get the best manager in France to coach the best team in France. And based on results, he's gotten results the last 2 years. There's no doubt about that. We can't deny that. Well, now obviously the question is the egos, the this and that. It's not always just about the manager. If Nasir is saying that, guys who aren't serious, you got to get the hell out, and it's probably a whole structural change of making this club be taken serious, right? So, I mean, good luck with him trying to remove players that aren't serious, because I don't think that's going to really be the case.
Yeah, the reports that came out from French journalists saying that Los Campos, whatever his name is, they want to sell Neymar, but who's going to buy him?
Good luck trying to get rid of him. Even if
it's impossible.
Yeah, even if you do it, who's gonna pay his salary? And you just gave Neymar a contract extension last year too, for 2025.
You can't.
But Ricardo, to add on to what you're saying, that's why PSG are generally in an impossible situation.
I generally don't think they are.
No, I believe the club is in an immense mess, because what the club tried to do for a very long time is they tried to buy all the best players in every position, instead of building an identity of a team.
So real quick, what do you make of this? I just thought this whole thing, because this is so PSG president. Neymar posts the new president or not. We can't speak about this in public. Some players will arrive, some players will leave the club. These are private negotiations. So so the fact that he hasn't come out and just said, "Oh no, Neymar, he's staying in the club," and he's because my thing is that this confirms that I think they're trying to sell him. But Ricardo just made, how the frick do you sell the most expensive player of all time?
You can't.
It's
impossible,
and whose wages are so high.
I think this is their attempt to be more of a professional, well-run club. I think rather than being part of the tabloids and having all these things leaked and talked about, to try and just talk about this from a professional level and keep things in the boardroom, it's actually a good approach. I think the downfall of the PSG is they've been too much of the TMZ and the in the know. I think that's what needs to change here. And to go to what you were saying earlier, they, like everyone that gets money, right? A club that just gets money, everyone splashes the cash. Everyone tries to buy the best at every position. That's a common failure, right? That's a common failure to new money. You just buy. You buy without a proper plan. PSG.
So I saying in 2017, not 20. I say in 2017, it was a bad idea to spend 222 for Neymar in 2017. Barca
Neymar, no, but the surrounding players, yes. You need workhorses. You need the players that, okay, yeah, they're quality, but to be world class, to be the best at their position, they probably don't have that work rate that's necessary in the midfield that's needed, in maybe at wing back, left back, or sorry, at fullback, right and left. You need players.
Can I interrupt you? Just to interrupt you.
Yes.
But doesn't that count? I understand that, and they're trying to do things the right way. But doesn't that contradict everything once you pretty much give Mbappe like part ownership of the football club? Like,
okay, but to keep Mbappe because it was already a circus. Real Madrid made it a circus. There's no way him remaining or how you were going to keep him was going to be something you could do hush hush. That was impossible. That had to be done in the tabloids and on the front and back pages of everything. I think Mbappe is Mbappe. They had to do whatever they had to do to keep him because they weren't ready for him to leave. He was leaving prematurely. That was way too quick. With Neymar, again, with what they did in 2017, you have to go and make that pitch. You have to try and go and get that player. It made sense to do it, but you didn't surround him properly. You didn't.
But now though, it's like you're in such a crazy situation because you've paid so much for him in wages and in transfer fee. How? Because first of all, that thing messed the whole market. Who the hell on this planet can afford Neymar? No one can. Unless but you see now, here's the thing though. I think the main thing are really wages. Because let's be real, PSG, FFP and PSG are on different planets. Like they don't speak the same language. So PSG are prepared to take a huge loss. So if it's 120, 130, 140, they're fine. So if let's say Galtier comes in and says, I don't want Neymar. Neymar's not part of my project and plan. There is no space for Neymar in my team. My team is maybe a striker with Mbappe and your boy Messi in there. Then what PSG will do is, okay, maybe we can come to an agreement with the wages or something. Maybe it could be a loan thing, but because
it won't happen, HH.
What kind of deal can exist for Neymar to go in?
Zero. No deal.
Similar to a Lukaku one. Like, I think
it's not possible. It's not possible
because Neymar himself said it. People forget. Bale said, "I'm not going to move to Real Madrid." Real Madrid tried doing everything they can.
Newcastle.
No, but you guys misunderstand one thing. Did you just Neymar just signed a deal? The player has to be willing to leave. Neymar said, "I don't care to leave." At this point, he's like, "I don't care," and he's in a situation where I don't care. I'm looking forward to the World Cup. I don't care. Neymar, at this point, Neymar, in my general opinion, I don't care if he cares if he plays some games, he doesn't. At this moment, he doesn't really care. So this notion of we're gonna force him out is not gonna happen.
No, I see Neymar going to somewhere like USA because I think it's no. I'm saying his next move.
Yeah.
Because the thing is first, his wages alone is bigger than some teams' wage bill, right? Yeah. So, and I don't think does Neymar still have the desire to have his wage to go and prove himself at another? No. I think his past. Neymar's case is similar to a Pogba case, whereby these are luxury players and a system needed to be built around them. And when it wasn't, forget, move on.
Can I just
Eric, come to me, Eric, and then we'll take some jobs, Eric.
Yeah, look, this whole thing. I'll just start with saying, Man City are actually trying to do what you're supposed to do. So they're trying to build pedigree for themselves, European pedigree. Everybody starts at some point, but neither of these teams are going to win the Champions League. Let's just be honest about that. PSG may never win it ever. Like the way they are run, the way they go about things, they're not giving themselves a chance. You know, I think we've seen more than enough evidence to suggest that it's not just about splashing the cash. That's not how you win these big trophies.
No.
You can't buy the trophy. I keep saying you can't buy the trophy. You either prepare and plan, or you don't, and that's it. Like spending crazy amounts of money will not win you that trophy. We've seen many examples of there's too much evidence to suggest that's just the truth. So it can't happen like that. Don't know the whole thing with Mbappe and his past ownership of the club or whatever that is. But for me, this is like it's a non-story, because even if they signed the best manager they could have gotten, even if they got Ancelotti or they got Mourinho, it's not going to work out, because we're not seeing enough signs to suggest that they're trying to actually win this trophy. Because if they were really serious, they would be doing things very differently.
They would never have signed Mbappe. They would never have signed him.
No.
Thank you. They would
But
never.
Galtier has come out and said that, hey, the old way of guys trying to take advantage of the club, that's no longer going to happen. It's a new day. We're not going to be doing things differently and so forth. Now, actions speak louder than words. And they've attempted to get Zidane. And people may argue that, okay, Galtier has recorded broke down. Look at his pedigree in France and so forth, and what he's done league-wise. Maybe this is a step in the right direction. Maybe. I'm just trying to give them something.
Look, based on let's just sorry, I have to I'll go after this, but
Okay.
just to conclude this my thoughts about this whole thing. The whole thing with Mbappe, because I remember when we were asking, why is Mbappe not leaving? Why are they trying to keep him? What's the angle? What are they trying to do? This whole thing was being planned, I guess, So for me, this whole Mbappe thing in itself is very clear to me that they're not actually serious. There's no way you can convince me that this is a good idea, giving this one player so much power and authority to run a football club. Like, I'm not saying he's running the club by himself, but he has too much influence. And when players are having influence in the decision making of a club, that's the bad idea. For me, that's huge. That's a huge problem.
All right, so hold, let me just say something and I'll come to you, Vida. Let me just quickly take these dubs. Dajo says, need to put respect on Laporta. We're talking about Barca being the next AC Milan not long ago. He's done a lot for the financial aspects of Barca. Well, let's wait and see.
He did a lot, but he lies a lot too. The guy be lying too much.
Yeah. Elsie, if Blue Patriots buy anyone after it, that better not be Chelsea. After a 200 million loss, I'm reporting to the IRS for tax evasion. We haven't received our tax returns, and this guy is stealing. Okay, I'm not going to respond to that. English Talents FC, LC, EFL Championship pays more than La Liga. # broke. All right. Shorty Boy Alps, who says, Man City had enough. They're winning the UCL next season. In your dreams. In your freaking dreams. Okay, guys, last one before we get out of here. So,
Man City winning the Champions League.
I mean, if some people who remembers the 2002 World Cup here, or who watched the 2002 World Cup?
I remember the final.
I remember Japan, right?
Yeah.
That's when Aladi Diouf and Senegal were bowling.
Yes. No. Yes, Senegal. Yes, Senegal. And who remembers the iconic goal from Dino?
Yeah. I don't remember it, but I've seen it.
He hung the keeper.
Yeah.
He hung the keeper. The keeper came out.
Oh, against England, yeah.
Yeah, against England. You see, people thought that. See, my thing is that here's how it works. Brazilians don't have flukes unless it's Fred, unless it's Joe.
Yo, relax on Fredinho.
Unless it's Fred, Joe, or Richarlison. Brazilians don't do flukes.
Easy over Richarlison. He's not. He's high. He's high.
No, he's not high. He needs to give back his passport. These guys don't do flukes. Like, for me, when you like the fact that it was from so far out, that's why Seaman can't be blamed. Because see, what the English press did was that, oh my gosh, Seaman is a loser. They're hungry on Seaman. You mess up and everything. But think about this. Who in their right mind thought any player from just over the halfway line? Look, you can even see Ashley Cole. He wasn't even looking at Dino. Ashley Cole was actually looking at the defenders, because every single person and their mother and father assumed that he was hitting it into the crowd of guys. But Dini was like, look, nobody's ever going to expect me to go for a goal. And knowing that he also has the technique and the skill, he's like, let me try and see if I can just try and get the ball over Seaman, who the last thing he'll think is I'm going to go for goal. And the last thing anybody thought was that Dini was going to go for goal. So I think that rather than blame it on Seaman and call Seaman, oh, you're a loser, you're this and that, respect genius. Because it's all about perspective. You can perceive it as, how can you be beat from all those yards out as a keeper and everything? That's one perspective. Another perspective is, nobody in their right mind would have thought that anybody would literally try that. And Dino is one of those dudes that would try something like crazy. So because he tried something that nobody would think of, and because everybody assumed he would know how to do that, you just have to just say, that was a crazy thing to try in a World Cup quarterfinal, and he executed it well. And I think that just showed you the brilliance of a Ronaldinho, and just shows you the brilliance of a Brazil. That's what I keep on saying. And it's so funny that how we come off of Neymar. We don't have enough. Neymar was supposed to be that guy. Neymar was supposed to be the guy who, this guy is just trying stuff and doing all of these crazy things, man. So Ricardo, I mean, you look at that goal. What does that say about England, Dino, and so forth? Should the blame, should any blame on Seaman or no blame at all? Just respect to the brilliance.
For England,
be respectful. Queen Lizzie, respect my girl, Queen Lizzie.
Their shit. Okay. There we go. That's as respectful as I can get. In terms of David Cumshot, like, I don't know what he is doing so far out there. You know, I genuinely think, like, watching it a few times, I genuinely think he actually meant that. And
of course, he's Brazilian, Ricardo.
Okay, well.
Yes, I'm sorry. That's my reasoning. He's Brazilian. See, if that was Timo Werner or some scrub, if that was like Werner or Neong or Mason Mount, of course they wouldn't.
Leave Martin Werner alone. Leave him alone.
You know why? Anybody who says it was by accident or just luck, I don't know how many of you guys played ball, but I don't think many of you guys probably played ball. When you run up and you hit the ball, like, Ronaldinho really ran to that ball to hit it. If you were just gonna cross that ball in, you take a far slower approach to put your body in a posture to deliver it well. You don't do a slow run up and hit the ball into the net with the velocity he's running at.
No, because again, like, if from that far out, you want to do like a floater. Yeah. So if you're doing a floater, it's a little bit of run up to just sort of hit the ball in the sweet spot, so it just floats up nicely for the guys into the area. If you look at his angle, if you just look at the angle of which he hits the ball, that's the angle of something that's a lot more direct.
Yeah. So what I was gonna go to is more, I think people think it was a fluke or whatever because of where it went in. Like, it went in like the upper 90. Yeah. Like, that's pinpoint accuracy. And stuff like that doesn't really always happen in football. So I think because it was such a perfectly hit shot, people are like, nah, that had to be by accident. Had it not gone in so perfect, I think people would concede that, oh wow, he actually meant that. But it's just one of those moments where it just perfect execution, perfect moment, perfect everything. And I genuinely think that he meant that. It's a legacy move. Like, it's something that will always be remembered in World Cup history. But that's an L on England, L on David Cumshot. Like, you don't let that happen.
100%.
Vaser, talk to me.
If you weren't around to see it, go and watch the highlight. And then don't believe us. Let your eyes prove it to yourself. But he 100% intended that. I wouldn't even be surprised if there's lost footage of him practicing it on a pitch. Like, it's one of those things where you kind of come up with your friends and do something crazy. Like, let's see if we can do this. His approach to that ball is why the keeper got fooled. Is because the way he wrapped his foot around, it does look like he's trying to curl it for it to be a cross for the players to run on and put a head to. But the height that he now delivers it at and the depth it's 100% intentional because, like what Ricardo mentioned, the fact that it was like top bins was purposeful. Maybe like we could say he doesn't hit that 9 out of 10 times, but he definitely aimed for where he wanted to go with that shot. And it's the jazz that we've talked about on previous streams. Like, this is just something you feel in the moment. I think I can do this. I'm gonna attempt it. And man, he's been a legend ever since, and actually inspired future commercial ads that Nike did with the kick against the crossbar. It's that kind of magic that only comes from players that have a love and joy for the sport, man. That was 100% intentional.
Yes,
you know.
Yes, they'll come to smoke as well. Yes,
Ronaldinho. I mean, Dino, man. It's the reason why he's the street goat. Like Dino, like so it's just like I feel like as a football, like I've never played. Like none of us, or maybe some of us, who knows, we haven't played football to this level. So, but when we play football as kids, we imitate. That's what we do. We're like mimics. We mimic what we see. We watch and all that stuff. And Dino is the street goat for a reason. And like I know, he's my favorite player, and I would never question him even attempted to do that because he's capable of doing it. Like certain things like I think this is something as amazing as this goal is. I think Dino did other things that are more amazing than this. That's just my general opinion. But even though it's a moment, this is moment.
But I think
O2.
It's the fact that it was a World Cup quarterfinal.
Yes, that's what I was about to say. But HH is like, as a goalkeeper, I don't blame him.
No,
I don't blame the goalkeeper because, like, as a goalkeeper, you are even when he kicks the ball, you are anticipating it to curve.
Yeah,
because you anticipated it to be a cross. Like if you watch, like I just rewatched it, seeing it. Seaman actually before he went in, he was anticipating for it to curve, but it just kept going above his head, and it went straight in. Like the guy was like, "What the hell?" like because thought he could like grab it, like as a goalkeeper, just come and grab the cross, but it just kept going. He went over his head, and by the time he realized what was going on, it was too late. So no, I mean Dino, man, Dino by far. This is by far my favorite play ever, and there's a reason for that.
Smoke.
Anyone who has watched Ronaldinho would know that this guy had the ability to do what he wanted with the ball, right? There are certain people in the game who've mastered the art of manipulating a soccer ball to do what it wants to do, and we even saw this. I don't know if you guys watched the 2010 FIFA World Cup, where Diego Forlan was scoring these crazy free kicks.
Yeah.
Similar, like, and it just tells that there are certain players who know how to maneuver a soccer ball, and you have to give them credit instead of saying it's a fluke. No, if someone does something once in a blue moon, then we can call it a fluke. But when someone continuously and repeatedly shows you the tech and the ability to do what they want with the ball. This guy was like a dancer with a soccer ball.
Oh, no, but Smoke, I say that's why it's okay that you brought it up. Remember, this is 2002.
Yeah.
So Ronaldinho was still on the come up. So that's why guys were like, we know he's Brazilian and so forth, and he's a huge star, but he was a young buck. But now when we now saw 03, 04, 05, 06, and how the things he was doing, they said, oh yeah, of course he meant that. Because we now saw what he did after that World Cup. That this is the kind of player that he is.
It's similar to that Roberto Carlos free kick that he bent around the wall, right, and he came back, right?
Yes,
and it shows that these guys have it in them.
They're different.
Just give them props and move on. I think it's normally you get a thing from the English fan base where they try to normalize every player and bring them down to earth. Knowing that there are certain countries that create footballing flair players, and it's in their genes. It's like,
John, it's right here. Like, it's like imagination. Like, that's what you call where like you trying things that doesn't make sense, but in your mind it makes sense, you type of thing, and I played football. I try my best, but
Just not there.
you know, I even in my brain, you know, I have a picture in my brain. I can't. I can't. And then when you see players like this, you're like, damn.
It's different.
Some people, it's more like when you watch South American players football, it's like a dance.
Yeah.
It's like an art. It's like they move. That's why I think Neymar is such a huge disappointment, because he was supposed to take that torch.
He was supposed to be the guy. He was supposed to be the guy.
He was
Done.
everything was put in a plate for him.
Wait, hold on. Let me take this stop because we're about to hear that, man. So your boy D-Nap says, Galtier is not Poch. Crazy alpha, angrier than Mourinho, no fear. He just said that, though, let's now see when he's now in the PSG pressure cooker. So it's all good being angry with little players and nice biscuits players. But when you're playing with under Mbappe FC, let's not say, guys, we have to go. We're out of
Wait,
so guys.
one thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard about Gary Lineker, but he said, I suffered racist abuse for my darkish skin.
You're lying.
Darkish.
You're lying.
That's it.
No.
I swear.
When did he say this?
Bro, I saw it on Reddit. Reddit's pretty reliable. On the Telegraph. It says the Telegraph.
Ricardo, that is one of the most random statements I've ever
Yeah, I just came across it.
Well, Ricardo, thank you for that statement.
So you tell me Gary Lineker is a brother now?
No, he's not. We don't claim him. Gary is still with Elvis Presley. Elvis is still with Elvis Presley, man. By the way, Elvis is trash. By the way, he stole black music. So, guys, peace out to you guys. Shout out to your boy Vida. Shout out to your boy Smoke. Shout out to your boy Ricardo. Shout out to Yassir. We'll be back again later this week. Watch out for the YouTube channel for when we'll be back. And we're doing a little Twitch stream. So join me on Twitch afterwards for just a little kickback on Twitch with that clown Abdul. Peace out. Stay true. Stay real. One love. Peace.